Troy Hansford with RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions apply.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Temperatures warming quickly into the upper 60s today, mostly sunny and a small chance for an afternoon or evening shower. From the Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team, I'm meteorologist Jacob Woods.
This report is sponsored by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. Learn how podcasting can help your business at iHeartAdvertising.com.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver. This is 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station and iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. The U.S. sending a memo of understanding to Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and end the war. President Trump says there's no deadline for Iran to respond. Here's ABC's Rachel Scott.
We know one of the major sticking points in any of these negotiations will be Iran's nuclear program. The president has long insisted that Iran needs to give up its nuclear material. So far, Iran has flat out refused. And U.S. officials also caution, even though there are messages being traded by way of Pakistan, these negotiations are fragile and they could all fall apart as they have before.
Russia claims it shot down nearly 350 Ukrainian drones in Russian territory, accusing Ukraine of violating an earlier ceasefire. At least 3 tornadoes hit Mississippi overnight. At least 17 people reported injured. Those storms still on the march today. Lawmakers in Tennessee expected to take up a measure today to redraw the state's congressional districts. It would become the latest state to look at redistricting ahead of the midterms. This is ABC News. Officials say they're tracking dozens of passengers who left the cruise ship in the middle of the hantavirus outbreak late last month after the first death occurred on board. That ship now headed for the Canary Islands. ABC's Victor Oquendo has more.
Medical teams are monitoring the nearly 150 people on board, including 17 Americans, as they make their way to the Canary Islands. The State Department telling ABC News the Trump administration has no higher priority than the safety and security of Americans, and they are ready to assist any affected Americans.
Health officials say there are 11 confirmed and suspected cases right now, including those 3 deaths. The 747 gifted to President Trump by Qatar is nearly ready for delivery, having gone through security checks and being outfitted. The new Air Force One expected to be delivered on July 4th. And Amtrak rolling out its newly red, white, and blue painted Acela train. It'll coincide with the celebrations for America's 250th birthday. I'm Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
Highway 6 in Rifle is back open today after a crash and derailment involving a Canyon Spirit passenger train and a tanker truck. The Garfield County Sheriff's Office says the tanker was carrying oil, which spread across the shoulder of the highway, closing the road for more than 7 hours yesterday afternoon. Only minor injuries reported, and about 310 passengers on the train were picked up by buses. Denver and Colorado Democrats are pitching Denver as the best site for the 2028 Democratic Convention to members of the DNC today. Mayor Mike Johnston says it would benefit all of Colorado.
We have supporters on the Republican side of the aisle and on the Democratic side of the aisle in the city who say this is just good for the city and good for business. A lot of the folks I talk to who run business in the city will say what a transformational impact the 08 convention was on their growth.
The DNC Site Selection Committee wraps up its Denver visit this afternoon. That's the latest. I'm Brenda Stewart.
Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, we're in pretty good shape right now. I-70's recovered after a closure due to rock scaling. We may continue to see those closures as we continue through the morning and into the afternoon. US 6 west of Golden, they've started up construction once again there up Clear Creek Canyon. There are delays. 270's running a little heavy. I-25 south as you're coming into downtown, as well as up out of the Denver Tech Center. But no major difficulties with traffic. I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Listen closely. Do you hear that? That silence is the truth the media is hiding from you. Red Pilled America will tell you the whole story. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
Facing a job loss? Considering a pension buyout, a severance package, or what to do with your 401k? Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, and I can help. 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604.
Done Right Kitchens, baths, counters and floors, finished basements, windows and doors. Our 8% scheduling incentive and bank financing to ask about make a great time to call. 800-362-8370 or drhi.com.
When you list a home with Frank Duran, he puts your home in front of thousands of potential buyers.
And we look at where the highest demand of buyers are coming from to create the highest demand on your home. So we do a lot of research this way and then pinpoint your home to those potential buyers that create the highest demand.
And the quality of marketing is second to none.
Cutting edge photography.
Is anybody here to do anything?
Powerful and unique media presence. Your home front.
Well, okay.
FrankDuranHomes.com. Max Align.
And do we have your boy today? Do you know?
Go to Excel. He's on a Zoom call after that.
Dollars. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. That's cash. Enter it now.
We've lost too many. Help the DEA in the fight for a fentanyl-free America. Don't become a statistic. Learn more and help us strike out fentanyl. Visit DEA.gov/fentanyl-free. That's DEA.gov/fentanyl-free.
Talking about the news.
That is good news, certainly.
Denver's talk station. Wherever you go.
Come on, let's go.
Make 630 KHOW a preset.
That's a good thing.
On the free iHeartRadio app.
Yeah. Ripped off. Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. This hour brought to you by someone I've known for 30 years. Apple Air Heating and Cooling. Todd and his family run this company, and you want to talk value, great warranties, great service, great people. Apple Air with an E. That's AIRE. AppleAir.com. Check them out for the best values and warranties in the business, and they want you to check them out. We love great companies. I got one with me today, discountbath.com. I really do. I'm serious about that. I don't like bad companies either. Now, I think some companies are not bad. They're just bad communicators, and they turn out to be bad because they don't know what they're doing. But, you have to have people who love people. I've said this before. In order to have a good company, you got to have an affection for people. If you hate people, get out of business. And boy, I've talked to people that don't like people. Anyway, Chris with discountbath.com, and plus we'll take your calls. Now, here's where you call. You can call around the clock. So the reason I give this in the beginning of the show and around the clock, because a lot of people are on a treadmill right now listening hours after the show aired. Or sometimes people are a couple days behind or whatever. People listen to this show in all kinds of places, on a tractor, on a treadmill, elsewhere, at work, whatever. And you can listen. And hello, wherever you're listening from, you can get in touch with us right now. If you call 303 Martino, we'll answer by answering, by our voicemail. Or if we're here, we'll answer. And then what you do is leave a message and we'll get back to you. Or if we're here, it'll come through live. 303-627-8466. I can't stress enough the importance of a phone call. Now, we enjoy your texts and emails, but so much when you get on the phone and you say, listen, this happened, or this is happening to me right now, we can give you immediate help and get the word out. That happened yesterday. A guy had movers at his house. They were right at his house, ready to pick up his stuff. And he was already in what I call stage 2 of the moving ripoff. Stage 1 is the broker. That's the guy you contact first. And that's usually, not usually, it's mostly on the phone, but it can be on, I guess it can be by email and stuff, but it's the very first contact. When you go online, you see moving and you click on it and you call and you talk to the person. And then they tickle your ears, I call it. They give you the deal of a lifetime. You're not going to get a better deal. You think, God, I'm going to take this deal. They're very credible. And they ask for money up front to book it. They give you a great price, though. And then you pay this person. Now, this person you pay, this lead aggregator, this broker is at home, probably in his basement, in his underwear, his mom's basement, or he's sitting in some apartment. But usually, I would say 9 times out of 10, they're in South Florida. So automatically, never, ever, ever use a mover in South Florida. Never. I'm telling you the truth, okay? Just never. But they could be elsewhere. But most of the ripoffs we investigate start in South Florida with a broker. Now, this broker takes money and you never see him again. That's the job of this broker, is to get you to agree to a contract and make a payment. Now, you pay this guy and you never see him again. Then he takes this contract and sells it to someone. And it can be anyone. In fact, the other day, it was a couple guys that literally had rental trucks, budget rental trucks. They didn't even have a moving company. Now, stage 2 of the ripoff. Stage 1 is the down payment and the lies about the contract. We're going to move you, they told him, for $12,000, put $3,800 down. Stage 2 of the ripoff is when they come to get your stuff. Now, they bargain on the fact that you're going to be pressed for time and you're going to need to get your stuff and you're on your way out of town. So when they get there, they know you're under pressure and they tell you, oh, this guy way underbid your stuff. We're not going to be able to do it for that. You need to put another $3,000 or $4,000 down. Okay. Now, in this case, yesterday, they wanted another $20,000. And I told him, tell the man to leave. We'll worry about the $3,800 you put down later, but tell him to leave. Absolutely do not get into this trap, because after stage 2, the pickup where they pressure you into paying more money, then the third person comes into play, or the third contractor, and that's the one that delivers it. They call you and tell you that when they weighed the truck, it was way more than anticipated, and you're going to have to pay even more. And you're going to have cash at the or certified funds at delivery. And if you don't, you're going to have to pay for moving and storage, the storage fees. And you're not going to get your stuff, and they threaten you. So most of the time, people end up paying at least 3 times what they were originally quoted. And then when they do get their stuff, if they do get their stuff, many times a lot of stuff is missing or it is broken. And the insurance that you bought from them, they never bought insurance. That's a ripoff too. They collect a premium, but they don't buy insurance. The reason I'm stressing this right now, we saved a guy $20,000 yesterday. Now we're going to go about getting us $3,800 back. But the reason I'm stressing it, it's moving season right now. So many people move between now and the end of August. So please, you will never, ever, ever find a legitimate mover by going online and calling a broker. You will never find one. The only way to be safe, I'm not saying the cheapest, although it turns out to be the cheapest, usually because they're honest, is to find a national, and when I say national, I mean a national van line. National van lines are the name of is the name of a company, and I don't mean that, but I'm just talking about national movers like Beacons or whatever. National van lines. There's a number of different movers. Okay, so you get a real mover that's been around for years. Just like the ones that have been around for years. And then you go with them, like United Van Lines, North American, or one of those, and you find their local agents, and you use one of their local agents. Do not go to rating websites that rate movers. Those are liars. Those are liars. Those are sites that are put up by people who are in the business. Now, by the way, those people cannot be relied on. But you can go to a place like Forbes, for example. They list a lot of good movers. And so who you want, like an Allied, North American Van Lines, National, there's some others. Okay, I can't. But you go to somebody like that where they own a franchise for the national mover, or they are the national mover, and then they have an agent, and you go to the agent in the city where you're leaving or going to, and do business with a real agent that owns their trucks and all of that. So again, I brought it up because it came up yesterday, and I had people who texted me after the show thanking me because they were about to fall for the same exact scam. By the way, Mayflower's another good one. So I don't mean to leave any out. Okay, United, Allied, National, Mayflower. So anyway, here's another thing I want to mention. While I was mentioning great companies, it all started when I mentioned Apple Air Heating and Air. Great people, Todd Terry and the family. Apple Air with an E, appleair.com. I mentioned them and I said I love great companies. And then I started talking about discountbath.com and people we do business with. Because this show is unlike any other show in the universe. We talk about what we talk about. We talk about life, and our advertisers are part of the conversation. It's not like, and I'm not putting anybody down, by the way. We have great talk show hosts and stuff, but it's not a show where commercials are an introduction or an interruption or, after this, it's part of the show. So my message to you right now, when it comes to moving, do not deal with anyone out of South Florida, not one, and only use a national company that's been around for years and use local agents that own their own equipment, their own trucks. Do not use brokers. Do not use freelancers. Do not use anyone that uses rental trucks at all. Okay? So we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK. And as I said, I love talking about great people. One of them, Vestera Turnkey. If you're looking to be a landlord, they're doing the research for you and can help set you up in the entire program. MyBiggestReturn.com.
Yep.
This is CMG for me, right?
Please.
Thank you very much.
Retiring doesn't have to be complicated. Tune in to the Exact Wealth Show with John Becker and Sarah Nugent-Knoll.
Make sure you build an emergency fund. You never know what life's going to throw at you.
Sundays at 8 a.m. right here on 630 KHOW.
Hey, you know what? When it comes to lending, we have a great lender. He's a mortgage banker, John Clace, with CMG Home Loans. Now, I'm going to tell you the website. It's really easy. partnerinlending.com. Remember that, partnerinlending.com. They do reverse loans and they do conventional loans, but the one they really have that is awesome is the all-in-one loan. That's the 30-year line of credit. Listen to how it works. You borrow it, you pay it down. You borrow it, you pay it down. And it's a 30-year line of credit. So you have money available all the time and you can pay it down. And every dime you keep in the bank counts against your average daily balance. I hope you get the importance of that because that lowers your overall interest. That's partnerinlending.com.
Thank you.
And insured in-house teams to avoid stress, delays, and unwelcome surprises. Consider the value of your home and lifestyle. Builder and handyman built decks generally go unused and lack the function and appeal that today's outdoor living enthusiasts desire. Whether replacing or remodeling, Deck designs around your lifestyle budget and timeline so you get the results you love and the peace of mind along the way. Take the stress out of planning and experience the Deck difference with easy financing and super low monthly payments. Why wait? Call Deck at 303-277-1550 or visit decktech.com. That's DECKTEC.com. Deck.
For plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, think Plumline Service with quality brands like Carrier. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. I use Plumline in my home. Service professionals, 25 years strong. Got a mission of excellence, character, and ethics. Since 1998, Plumline and Carrier.
Hey, is this Jennifer Shane?
Huh?
Hi, this is Adam. I work with Tom Martino over on the Troubleshooter Show. I saw you emailed us about a landlord dispute issue.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, it sounds like something to look into. And
Yeah, totally. Just recall this number whenever you're free. Does that sound good? Or did you want me to call you?
And that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. Medishare works too. It's been around for
I mean, if you're in an appointment, just whenever you're free, just to redial this number.
Dollars of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and huge nationwide PPO networks. So, yeah, really, you can save
Of course. Have a good one.
Make it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care.
Did he solve his own problem?
No, she's going into a doctor's appointment. She said she'll call later. I know. Hope everything goes well.
Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's
Doctor might touch you inappropriately. Go ahead and leave us on speaker.
844-4350. Maybe you've thought about being a landlord, but you found real estate too expensive around here. There is a way to make it pay, the Vestera way. That's Vestera Turnkey. Find out more at mybiggestreturn.com. That's mybiggestreturn.com. Imagine an Olympics where doping is not only legal, but encouraged. It's the enhanced games. Some call it grotesque. Others say it's unleashing human potential. Either way, the podcast Superhuman documented it all, embedded in the games, and with the athletes for a full year.
Within probably 10 days, I put on 10 pounds. I was having trouble stopping the muscle growth.
Search Superhuman on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and Ready Podcast Company of the Year.
Here at the Raleigh House, our team of clinical and medical professionals provide unmatched care for depression, trauma, anxiety, and addiction. Your mental health is important to us. Let us be the place where you reconnect, find your purpose, and heal. If you or someone you love is struggling right now, we promise you aren't alone. Head to theRaleighHouse.com for more information or to speak to our amazing admissions team today. The Raleigh House. We're here for you.
If you want to be taken seriously, choose a law firm that's taken seriously. Dame Capitalist Law.
Hi, this is Adam. I work with the Troubleshooter Show with Tom and Mark. I was just curious to see if you wanted to come on and talk about your issue with Tom. I saw you had left us a voicemail on the 6th. I think I left you another voicemail then too, but if you could just reach back out, that'd be great. Have a good one.
Call 303-770-5551 or hit DameCapitalistLaw.com.
From the True Green Weather Center. Temperatures warming quickly into the upper 60s today, mostly sunny and a small chance for an afternoon or evening shower. From the Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team, I'm meteorologist Jacob Woods.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
See if I get it again.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. DenverRegen.com will get you stem cell therapy, genuine stem cell therapy. I had it done, and I can speak to them. They work. DenverRegen.com. Welcome to the show. Chris is with Discount Bath. Now, anything you want to call about, give us a call at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I have a text here that says, Tom, the same thing happened to me. And as soon as I heard they were out of South Florida, I put an end to the conversation. And the guy said, no, we're a real mover. And he could not, however, name where his office was or what trucks they owned or anything of the sort. So remember, the first contact in moving is usually the ripoff. That's usually the one that's going to collect money from you and then sell your contract down the road. They are not movers at all. And they're the ones that do all the advertising online. So Chris, as far as bathrooms, I did some research on home improvements that pay off. And it's a pretty good percentage here on what pays off and what doesn't. But as far as, do you know the number one improvement with the highest payoff, meaning you recoup more and more? It's amazing. It's not bathrooms, by the way. Bathrooms are good. Just take a guess.
It's windows.
Garage door.
Huh.
According to this survey, and this is a company that is called the Journal of Light Construction, JLC. It's an organization of contractors and stuff. They did a survey, and in 2025, the average job was about $4,600. You get more than that back when you sell. About 260% garage doors, and then entry doors. You said windows. Let me see where windows fall in this thing. Believe it or not, windows. Yeah, okay. Windows are where on the list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11th on the list. Bathroom remodels. You get 80% of your price back, but it does contribute to the sale because of the appearance. But you can actually get 80% of the cost. They're estimating 80% when you go to sell. And that's because usually people with a bathroom remodel, they put more into it than they have to because these are the owners. Now you can make it so you get more of it back if you don't go and splurge on a bathroom. So with bathroom remodels, do you find people doing bathroom remodels mainly for themselves or to sell the house or what? What are you finding when it comes to bathroom remodels?
Both, but I'd say it's a higher percentage of people that are doing it for themselves.
Yeah. But have you had people do it to sell a house? Or is it mainly, are we talking mainly it's to, it's to do it for themselves. You don't get them.
We probably have 10-15% that are doing it to sell a house.
Yeah.
That's newer because the market has turned and people need to have a competitive advantage.
What about when people buy? Tell me, when people buy a place,
that happens a lot.
They just move in and they want a better. Okay, so are they doing mainly the master baths, the hall room baths, the basement baths? What bathroom? The master?
I typically, like in a new purchase, they're doing the master, right?
And the trend is, as I understand it, to get away from tub shower combos for sure.
In the hall bath, those go away quite often.
But they are kind of doing well. Even in the master bath, they don't do the shower tub.
Typically, if there's space, we're doing a big shower and then a freestanding tub.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next to each other or in the room. Okay. Yeah. Now, as far as freestanding tubs, are people still doing jetted tubs?
A few, but not a lot.
It's really, it used to be everyone had.
Yeah, they had the Roman tubs with the jets, and unless they're really high quality, they get mold and they sit and you don't use them for months, and you turn them on and there's white stuff coming out of them.
Oh, it's terrible.
People don't want them anymore.
Right. Now, I remember years ago, there was a company that made jetted tubs where the jets themselves, there was no ducting, no tubing. Mm-hmm. The jets themselves would draw in water and then blow it back out. In other words, it was local to the jet.
That's pretty cool. I've never seen that.
Yeah. Now, I don't even know if they're still around, but so the jet itself was self-contained. So if you looked at this tub, it had no plumbing around the tub from jet to jet. So it had, the jet was a circle, and the outer part of the circle would draw in water. Mm-hmm. It would then it had a fan like or whatever, and it would blow it out and or jet it out in a fan like motion. And so it was all self-contained. There was nothing to get moldy. Mm-hmm. And I like I said, I don't know if they still make them or not. But as I said, the entire industry has moved away from that. I do have a text though that just came in knowing you were here. They want to know about steam showers. What's involved in a steam shower? Can you retrofit? They want to know a shower to be a steam shower.
So I'm going to answer no to that question. Retrofit meaning
you can't take an existing shower. Can you take an existing shower and make it a steam shower?
No, because you're not waterproofed behind the tile or whatever the wall surfaces are. You can't plumb it properly. There's a lot you can't do.
So you just start from scratch.
Yeah, you got to tear it out.
But you do a lot of steam showers?
We do. We do a fair amount of them. Now, frankly, they're pricey, so that limits the amount that we do, but we do a fair amount. They're a wonderful upgrade.
Oh, I think they're great. Yeah. And so with a steam shower, obviously, you have to start from scratch, as you say, and waterproof and make sure it's a water tight container. And then it has to be enclosed as far as the glass and everything, right?
It's got to be enclosed to the ceiling. A lot of times if there's a vaulted ceiling, we need to drop that down. We have to slope the ceiling so nothing drips on you while you're sitting there, and it runs to the back wall and then down the wall. Steam gets everywhere, so it's got to be done right. And then the glass has what's called a transom, so you can open that and vent some of the steam out of there if you want.
Okay, our number is 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And when it comes to plumbing, as far as the walls go, what do you suggest for walls, sir? On the drywall, I mean, is the normal stuff. But then do you normally do the entire wall, or do you do like a wainscoting up halfway? What do you do when it comes to bathroom walls?
It depends on where it's at. So a wainscot around a freestanding tub, we often do some sort of finished product, whether it's the acrylic or the crushed stone or the tile.
Up to like your waist.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
How about granite? You can do granite too, I bet.
Yeah, granite's beautiful.
Yeah, you can do granite. I always recommend against granite in a wet area.
Marble.
But quartz is great because it's waterproof. Granite you have to treat, but around a tub or something, it's beautiful because you're not going to get much water on it. But in a shower, no good.
Okay, so whatever. What's that, Mark?
So Chris finished our hallway bathroom. My time frame in life is crazy now, but probably 2 months ago, maybe 3.
Yeah.
But what was really cool it's a hallway bath. So they did a beautiful pedestal sink by Kohler and this black toilet. It's pretty ornate stuff, but it fits our house, which they helped design, but they actually painted, did all the fixtures. They redid the entire hallway bath, you know, with the exception of a little texturing on the drywall, Tom, in probably, and I mean everything. They painted, they did everything in probably less than 2 days.
Man, that's great. That is great. All right. So,
and by the way, the pricing was kick-ass.
Oh yeah, and you guys can do that whole complete shower. You're still doing it for $9,888.
Correct, for your listeners.
For our listeners, you mentioned Martino Show. It's complete, fully installed, a walk-in shower. That means they take out that combination tub and shower and put in a complete big rectangle, all-in-one shower, and it's $9,888 fully installed. We have more right after this.
Very nice.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, still seeing a little bit of lingering volume from the rush hour this morning. I-70 west, it looks like from Quebec back towards Brighton. I-25 south coming in downtown through Spear, and 270 both directions through Vasquez. Just a little on the sluggish side. No major difficulties. Construction along Parker northbound at Quincy has traffic backed up. And if you're heading into the foothills, we have had some rock scaling. Right now it's open. It does look like it may be some slowing at the bottom of Floyd Hill just past US 6. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Hey, if you want a steel building, and in fact, you can make it a steel building no matter what it is, because they even make giant churches. They make riding arenas for horses, barns, workshops, factories, whatever you need, a garage. They can do it in a steel building. They design them right here at the factory in Grand Junction, direct to the consumer. And they supply the entire country. So we're fortunate to have this factory right here. Great Westernbuildings.com, guaranteed 100% for life, the steel, and 40 years on the finish. GreatWesternbuildings.com.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Shannon.
All right.
Thank you. Hey, Chris, what'd you think of, who'd you see, Fish?
We saw Fish, yeah, it was awesome.
Was it at the Sphere?
Yeah, it was in the Sphere.
Man, did they sell out? Is that the one you said you got tickets for like $50 last second?
My wife keeps correcting me. We got them for $46.
That's incredible, man. I tell you, Game Time and some of those ones, if people don't mind showing up like 5 minutes after the game, like a basketball game or a concert, holy shit. Because that ticket, how much was that ticket if you bought it the day before?
A couple $100.
It's crazy. But was it a good show?
It was excellent. I mean, cool band to see in the Sphere, the lights and just the band.
Yeah.
And the
it's
sound,
like Grateful Dead.
Yeah, the sound is so good in there.
Yeah, it doesn't bounce or echo. Did they just jam out? I mean, literally jam band style, or do they have like a set?
Yeah, they just jammed. I'm sure they had a set. They played 3 nights, and all 3 nights were different from all the.
Metallica did that last tour.
Yeah, it was.
It's smart
awesome.
because you get everybody in there twice.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'd like to see a cage match in there.
Just about anything would be good in there, wouldn't it?
It's in the round, right?
Yeah, it's Sphere. I mean, it's a.
I mean, as far as though the stage is in the round, right?
No, it's in
the center. No.
No, hell no.
It sits up against, the walls are curved.
Right.
It's in the middle towards the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so it's more of a traditional setup.
Right. Okay.
But the close seats are the cheap seats because you can't see the whole Sphere. So if you want to see the band, just buy the first level.
And they're constantly there's something going on at the Sphere.
They got the Wizard of Oz, which those seats are $200. I don't want to see the Wizard of Oz for $200, but yeah.
Hey, we didn't. It was phenomenal.
Was it?
It was phenomenal. So check this out. Like during the tornado, like cows are flying around, like literally flying around. Not real cows, but fake cows.
Yeah.
The monkeys fly around. Apples drop right onto your lap from the ceiling. It is so immersive. It's crazy, man.
Oh, really? Okay, maybe it's worth seeing.
And what they did is they took the movie, then they extended it to the whole Sphere. So you have a 180, if not larger, thing. So like when the monkeys fly in or the tornado, there's brand new things going on that you would never see in the regular movie because they simply weren't there.
Huh. Okay, I'll take your advice. We'll go see it next time.
Yeah, the wind was absolutely insane. I never seen anything like it, man. Now, I wouldn't go see most movies here, but The Wizard of Oz just was phenomenal.
Did they play Dark Side of the Moon in the background?
No, but they definitely added sound effects. They cut out some of the weird fucking songs they sing in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they shortened it up. It's not that. Yeah, they definitely shortened it up.
I'll have to go see that then. If
they made Dorothy topless.
Her apples fell right in your lap. I never got around to watching Wizard of Oz with Dark Side of the Moon playing, but I did the opposite, and I'm not kidding. I watched The Wall while playing the Wizard of Oz soundtrack, and it is just as freaky.
Really?
But not as popular. I did. It's a hell of a thing.
Did you start it on the third roar of the lion?
I think I started it when Bob Geldof was shaving off his eyebrows or something, you know. All right, stand by.
Way.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino with Marc Mager, and Chris from discountbath.com. All right, so somebody wants to know about grout. They say it keeps cracking. Is that normal? And is there anything they can do about that? Like, as far as grout, first of all, a lot of stuff now, people don't even have grout anymore. But if you do have grout, is it common that you
the older grout for sure? So if it's those 4x4 white tiles with the non-sanded grout, it will crack. Our temperature and humidity variations in Colorado, it'll crack. The newer grout, it's got some flex to it, and it's much better. It doesn't crack. Maybe it's not old enough to know if it's going to crack in 20 years, but
no one's doing the 4x4s anymore, right?
No. So if it's older, it's just going to keep going.
So they do the subway tiles mainly?
Yes.
If they do tile at all,
it's just getting bigger and bigger, right? Large format, 12x24 or 48,
or just whole sheets, basically.
Yeah, sheets. Yep.
And the sheet material, the most popular sheet material now is what?
It's crushed stone or acrylic. Acrylic is the best value. It's the most durable. It looks beautiful. That's probably your best bang for the buck. But the crushed stone is just a step up from that.
And acrylic doesn't require any kind of maintenance, right?
No grout.
Okay, so as far as I was looking at repairs and maintenance that pays off, the worst you can do, where you don't get much return, is what they call the master. They don't call it the master anymore. I guess that's a bad term. I call it master bedroom. They call it the primary suite. The primary bedroom
Not
suite.
me, brother. It's a master bathroom, and it'll always be the
I know.
master.
I don't see what's wrong. Come on, people just got to get over stuff. I'm serious. Anyway, the master bath, not the master bath. I'm sorry. The master bedroom, they say, is a bad investment in a house as far as getting it back. And then also, they say solar as far as resale of a house. Mm-hmm. People very seldom. And then they say, believe it or not, a major kitchen remodel, you won't get all of your money back. You get about 36% back on a major kitchen.
I could see that.
I think the reason we're finding, here's what I think. Here's my theory. On a bathroom and a kitchen, on a big master bedroom, I mean, not the bathroom, a master bedroom and a kitchen, you're putting a lot of yourself in it, a lot of your own taste and a lot of upgrades and a lot of things. You're making it really pristine. You see, more so than an office, or a living room, or when you do an addition. And I think because of that, that's why the return on investment might be lower. It's not that it's a bad thing to have. I just don't think people will pay what you paid to have those personal touches, because a lot of people love putting personal touches in master bedrooms and, of course, in kitchens for sure. As far as bathrooms, really, what can you do? I mean, really, there's not much customization, is there? I mean, when you think about it, I mean, what would be some of the things you would customize?
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a taste of finished materials, right?
That's what I'm thinking. But the actual layout, how many layouts are there? I mean, the one layout I've seen that is a little different, and I like it, and I had it in my last house, or not my last house, but a couple of houses ago. It was a giant curved wall, and you could enter the shower on the left and the right, and it was up against, you know what I'm saying? So it was a shower, and it was that a curved shower, and you enter on the left or on the right, and then there's windows behind it to the outside.
Was it glass block?
Yeah, it was kind of a glass. It was a glass block, yeah, and no doors,
right.
So you could go to the left or right, and it kind of was the centerpiece when you walked into the glass block, and that beautiful layout was the centerpiece of the room. And then on each side, opposite that, would be the vanities.
Yeah.
So you'd have a vanity on the left, a vanity on the right, and then when you turned around, you'd see the shower, and then the mirror, of course, would show the shower. So it was laid out like that. But that's the only thing I've ever seen that was a little different when it comes to bathroom. Mark?
Tom, we walked through one in Slidell. Unfortunately, there was Jack and Jill bathrooms on the bottom and top for the kids, but the master bathroom was kind of like where you were saying. It was like an oval. It had more shower heads than you could count.
Oh, man.
But it had a gas fireplace in it. And the gas fireplace you could see from the master bed and then into the shower. So the fireplace was on both sides. So you could see it from the shower or you could see it from the bedroom.
Very
it was really cool.
You know, I used to love it more than I do now, because I'm not going to really be moving, or moving around a lot, but I love looking at houses. I used to love the Parade of Homes. They still have the Parade of Homes, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. It's really lost a lot of its shine. But man, I love looking at different architecture and stuff and different ideas for houses. I can't.
I like these new.
Yeah.
Suzanne pointed out these new, I don't even know what you call them. Like they're squares put together to create the entire house. The look is really cool.
They're modular.
And almost every new house is like that in the Franktown area and out in Parker now.
Do you like the ultra modern look? It used to be called Frank Lloyd Wright. I call it Frank Lloyd wrong. I mean, because they look like dental offices. I mean, they're big square glass and chrome, or glass and black metal.
I don't know what these kind of homes are called, but I love them. To me, they're more like the interior of a Tesla. It's very sleek, but it's
modern,
kind of basic.
Yeah,
modern,
you're right.
Yeah.
It is modern, though, for sure. And I don't know that now. I don't like gaudy either, so there's somewhere in between. But that modern look with the open staircases, with the rungs are all open, and then you have, there's a lot of chrome in it, a lot of metal. I just don't like that look. But man, is that gaining a lot of attention, and they're putting them all over. To me, that seems like a design that might age itself out. You know how there are fashions in design.
Oh yeah.
And fashion in design is a bad thing to have. And of course there's the obvious fashion that went out, like the Southwestern thing, or the avocado appliances, the copper appliances. I mean, you have all kinds of things. Then you have classic designs. Now, a lot of people argue that modern look the one Mark was talking about, that modular modern look will always be in. It'll just, it's an acquired taste, but it's not really going to go out of style.
Yeah. I really like it. Hey, real quick, Chris, he brought up that avocado green. What's the craziest color crapper you ever installed?
Black.
Oh, yeah, that's not too crazy.
That's my house, you son of a...
Yeah. So black, black, I love black. But do they even make a lot of different colors anymore?
No, there's not a lot of colors, but Kohler did bring back some of the retro colors.
They did.
Yeah, and so I think they only have one or two, and we've never put one in, but I'm sure they're going in somewhere.
And there's one other thing before I take this break. The way they used to get creative with sinks, where I swear to God, you couldn't even tell it was a sink all of a sudden. It's flat or it's a little curved. And then you don't even know where to put your hand. Yeah. I mean, to get the water out. I mean, some of these sinks get so damn creative. I think some of them are pretty cool.
They are cool.
Hey, you just... Tell me what you think about this, both of you. And I don't know, Tom, if you've ever been in one, but I know Chris was in Vegas not long ago at a lot of different places. There's a lot of new build breweries. There's a lot of new build casinos where you have the two restrooms, female on the left, male to the right. And then when you come out of the restroom, all the sinks are right there. So everybody uses the same sinks.
Yes,
What do you think of that? Suzanne doesn't like it. To me, I really don't care either way.
It doesn't bother me, but I could see women not liking it.
Yeah, but it's a common area. It's not like you don't have your pants down. I mean,
yeah, no, I think that a lot of people go to the bathroom to primp and.
Oh, I see what you're saying, or look in the mirror and stuff like that. That's the different kind.
Yeah,
you're
their
right.
hair, their lipstick, all that.
You're
all
right.
of a sudden, that common area become like a makeup area.
Yeah.
Okay, I love design, but like I said, I'm always afraid that you're going to get caught with something that's not going to be popular in a few years. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Water Pros, talking about water and faucets and all that. Water Pros has reverse osmosis at the kitchen sink that comes out of your main faucet now. You can have all the drinking water, pure drinking water, $1,800 fully installed. They have the one that comes out of a faucet for $1,100. But here's the message. No matter what the water system, you will never get better than the solid state computerized digital water systems for the whole house or the kitchen. Waterpros.net.
All right, Tom, you're done. I'll have him do this one.
Oh, I see. You're right.
6 minutes. Go poo poo.
Okay. I will get coffee.
70 both directions through Vasquez. Just a little on the sluggish side. No major difficulties. Construction along Parker northbound at Quincy has traffic backed up. And if you're heading into the foothills, we have had some rock scaling. Right now it's open. It does look like it may be some slowing at the bottom of Floyd Hill just past US 6. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
All right, I want to tell you about CMG and why I love them. I love John Clace. I have used them for every home loan I've done in the past, say, 10, 15 years. On top of that, my son used them for a new purchase about 30 days ago in Nebraska. John lends out all across the country. They're direct lenders. Check this out. They lend out over $2 billion every single month. Everybody's there. The underwriters, everything is quick. Their rates are low. Their fees are low. These are great people. Call my friend John direct right now. 303-577-7206, 303-577-7206, or go to partnerinlending.com.
Finding fabulous.
No, you're fabulous, Shannon.
I know, but it's a burden I do not carry lightly. There was a restaurant in the parking lot at the Pepsi Center called Bronze.
How long ago?
Well, I mean, just after the Pepsi Center went in, because Brooklands, is Brooklands still there, or is it something else? Still Brooklands?
I don't know if Brooklands is something else, but a couple of years ago it wasn't.
Okay. Well, so there was Brooklyn's in one little area of the parking lot. In the next area over was a place called Bronze. And I did remotes there constantly after Nuggets and Abs and Mammoth and God knows what. We'd go out there with Patrick Watkins. You remember him?
Yes.
And Andy Lindahl and those guys and do remotes.
Yep.
Well, they had the basement set up like it almost looked like a hockey rink. It was kind of cool. And the men's room was right next to the bar, and you'd go in, and there was a window that started at about 4 feet up next at the urinal. So you'd stand and pee at the urinal facing an open window in the bar. At least there was a window, so there was no sound or smell or anything. But you'd be looking right out onto the bar with it, and then there was a shelf there that was at the window level where you'd put your beers. So, about nipple high, you'd be standing there peeing and waving at everybody.
Is that? Are you saying that was the Brooklyns, or it was down the road?
It was next door. It was one block closer to downtown in the Pepsi Center parking lot on, what the hell street is that? Is that 15th or so? I don't know. What's right in front of the Pepsi Center there where Brooklyns is?
Chopper.
Whatever that street is. Well, I guess not that close. So, you know how it's Chopper, and then there's a parking lot right on that, right next to it. And Brooklyns, like I said, maybe it's not there, but did a ton of stuff there too. But Bronze, that was a fun little deal. And man, that was back when I was drinking. So, oh man. I'm all better now. But I always got a kick out of that setup. Stand there and drink and pee and smile at people. Chris, how often do you work with the glass that changes opacity?
We have not yet.
Okay.
We've had a couple of requests, but our glass company doesn't do that.
The electric glass.
Yeah, the electric glass.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't know what it was called.
It's cool.
That's another fun way to be cheeky, don't you know?
Yeah. I don't even know the cost of it, but I imagine it's probably up there because glass is just expensive in general.
Tom, are you making a weird noise?
That's not me, man, but whoever it is having fun.
Oh, that's what
I was being cheeky. I was being cheeky.
That's it. Okay, I wonder what that was.
Did they kill the No Kings Act?
Act? I forget what that is.
What are you talking? Who? Denver? Who?
Yeah, Colorado was going to have the No Kings Act, No Kings Bill.
No idea. You know what I say, right? Fuck them.
With a stick.
A really crooked, barky stick.
God.
Covered in moss.
I heard something the other day that they're backtracking on the No Kings because it's offensive to the true royalty in England.
Oh, really? Oh, you mean saying that? Yeah.
Ah, here you go.
Time. Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We have Discount Bath in the house talking about Discount Bath and anything else. If you want to give us a call, it's really important that you get your problems. Like yesterday, the guy called. We saved him $20,000 on the phone. We can save you money or at least get started on your problem at 303-MARTINO, 303-627. 8466 or 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay. So, do you think there are any trends right now someone wants to know that they should avoid because of this fashion thing we're talking about? Do you think are there things you advise against when it comes to a bath? Anything that you can think of?
I advise against.
How about a urinal?
No,
I like urinals.
That could be cool, especially in a basement
or bidets.
Yeah, color. Like, don't do loud color that's permanent. Do it in the paint. Unless you're not selling the house and you love blue, then do blue. But if you feel like you're going to move on, it'll date whatever that color is.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of people make mistakes with colors. And of course, the less maintenance, the better, I think. You're always going to come out ahead when you lower your maintenance on anything. That's the trend nowadays. People don't want to spend a lot of time maintaining a house. They just don't want to do it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, I have some text questions that came in. Okay.
We got someone's got a question for. Oh, we don't have time. Hey, Annie, hold on for sure, and we'll get you on with Chris right after the break.
Yeah, we'll do that, Annie.
Okay.
Hang on. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so by the way, just so you know, I did a comparison. Online savings accounts versus regular savings accounts. It's amazing the difference in interest you can get online. They're way, way better. We can talk a little bit about that and more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK.
Awesome.
Hello, D.
Hey, bud.
Is that something you say every morning?
What?
Hello, my D.
Dimitri, did you see how I kind of do that?
Do what? Oh, yeah, that was invaluable. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm just right now. I'm working on logging into the referral list. So
Referral list.
Creating his listing.
If I could just download my knowledge into you, everything would be done and over.
And
you would be in good shape.
Well, I got 10 or 15 minutes whenever.
Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'm sorry. I operate on USB 8.
Oh, for God's sakes. Here's Windows 3.1.
DOS.
Windows
486.
I know that's your love life, C:\Enter.
I do wonder what if you take the average human brain, what processor would that be? I guarantee it's not these fucking AI processors by any means.
To any computer processor?
It probably is like a 386.
Ask Grok.
I am an Ask Grok right now.
Architecture, though they both
Let's see
process
here.
information. While a CPU relies on high-speed serial
Hey,
processing
Grok,
with rigid logic,
if you had to compare the average human brain
of neurons that adapts over
to
time. Key
a
differences,
processor,
feature,
would it be a 486, a Pentium? What are we looking at?
Oh, damn.
We're looking at something
Love the Grok.
but not quite the modern stuff either.
Oh, you use a woman?
FPGA
Yeah.
crossed with a neuromorphic chip, massively parallel, low
No
precision,
shit. She's going to tell you you're wrong eventually.
matching, but terrible at precise math. It runs at maybe 10 to 100 hertz equivalent clock speed, yet crushes any silicon chip at fuzzy tasks
Mhm.
like recognizing faces.
That's why I can't listen to female
Your brain's got
play-by-play
6 billion
reporters,
neurons,
sports
each connecting to thousands of
announcers.
others. That's trillions of connections.
Because there's always a hint of condescension, you know?
Matches that rock
Oh, that's well hit more or less to center. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. Yeah, I tried
Basically,
better
it
next
said,
time.
I'm very close.
Yeah.
Hey, Grok, tell me about this character, Shannon Scott, that's been on the radio for 20, 30 years. Criminal record, anything you have.
Definitely don't ask for full body photos.
Oh, wow.
Shannon Scott is a longtime Hawaii radio personality.
There you go,
Around 28
Hawaii
years
bitch.
In the game. He's worked at stations like Hawaiian.
Yep.
No.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes. And
Grok,
I've
Grok,
been.
Stop.
I've been
Grok,
in his
that's
studio.
the wrong Shannon Scott. We're talking
It's
about.
the right Shannon Scott. I kind of
That
want to.
was the wrong Shannon Scott. We're talking about the perverted one in Denver, Colorado on iHeart.
Yeah, well, it's going to take you a while to find me because the one in Hawaii is awesome. I've been in his studio and I want his life.
Yeah, that's the Denver one. Shannon Scott's been at iHeartMedia in Denver for over 30 years as a technical producer and off-air talent. He works behind the scenes on shows like the Ross Kaminsky program on 850 KOA, handling production, not as a main on-air host. No criminal record or arrest turned up for him in any news or public reports. Searches for DUI.
Wow. That kind of gives me hope. Maybe I can vote again.
Anything specific you heard about Trouble?
Yeah, I heard he plays grab ass with about every female that walks by. Is that true?
Hey, not just females.
He doesn't discriminate.
Try to be fair. I got
No
after that
public
Bob
record
Murphy
or
one.
news reports back that up. I checked for any
Sales
complaints, lawsuits, firings, or allegations
guy.
of sexual harassment, groping, or inappropriate behavior tied to Shannon Scott at iHeart Denver.
Hey.
Nothing comes up. No.
Hey, Grok, I heard he can blow himself. Is that true?
Dude, do you think I'd be at work right now if I could do that?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man.
No, that's not a thing.
That
No
is
rumors,
a
jokes,
thing that
or
I can't
stories
do.
about that exist online about this guy. Sounds like someone in the station was
do
just
they?
messing with you.
Well,
Mark?
Grok's got your number, brother.
Dude, I
Hey,
had
Grok, please update Shannon's Wikipedia and any other social media to show
No,
it
see,
as a
stop.
female.
Stop effing with AI. You're going to get us all killed.
Please update his LinkedIn to show the truth.
Yeah, I'm all about the truth.
Hey, Mark, it's Dimitri.
Hi.
Really?
Hey, I was trying to...
I'm shocked.
I'm trying to get into referral list, but it does not recognize my email address. So I just sent you a screenshot of that. So I still...
All right, let me look.
Okay.
Make sure to give out
You sent a screenshot how?
Via text message to you.
Text message, okay. I haven't received yet.
Oh, you know what? It's...
There it is.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't see the screenshot.
Yeah. I do have trouble with large texts in this basement.
Yeah, I need to see it.
Anyway, all it's... I'll walk upstairs to resend it to
Are you going to referral it? I don't want to say where to go on YouTube, so...
It's the link to the administrator account. Site manager account.
Okay, hold on. Let me...
And what's it like outside now?
It's nice.
Warming up? Oh, son of a...
It was like 50 when I got here.
Wow. Crazy.
Yeah. Pretty sunny.
That's awful.
I know. I don't like summer. It's all icky and hot. All the bugs and mosquitoes come out to play. It's just the worst.
So bad.
So at first I thought the problem was with the new password you emailed me, but turns out it just doesn't.
Did you reset? Did you hit reset password?
Yeah, that's how I came up with that error code, because it says, what did it say? It says my email is not found.
I still don't see it.
You don't see my text message?
Oh, I see the problem though, dude.
Oh.
I think. Hold on.
Somebody misspelled my email address?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. But how did you log in before?
Well, I didn't. That was when you and I logged in from the radio station. And
all right, try it now. All right, calm down, Becky. Try it now.
You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints. This hour brought to you by RenewHomeInnovations.com. They do beautiful walk-in showers as well. Renew Home Innovations, 303-904-2000, 303-904-2000. And they like to feature Italian porcelain, 2 or 3 days to get it installed and a year to pay with no interest. RenewHomeInnovations.com. Okay, speaking of showers and stuff, we have Annie who has a question for Chris, who's with us with DiscountBath.com. And Annie, go ahead. What's on your mind today?
Okay, I only have one bathroom in my home, and it's small. I would like to go to a walk-in shower, but the problem is if I do that, I would have no room for a tub. Also, knowing that in a few years I'm going to sell this house, what would be the problem, or would it be okay just to have a walk-in shower and no tub for resale value?
Probably better question for a realtor, but I'll give you my opinion. The realtors have told me that it doesn't decrease the value of a house. Even
I've
if it's
heard that too,
tub.
that the tubs are no longer a priority.
Yeah, it's not a priority. Most people shower. They don't want a tub. They don't want to step over it. If you're staying in the house, build the shower for you. People will still buy the house.
And one thing, even for older people and showers, if you have a bench and, the movable wands, they are really good. And in fact, a lot of seniors are opting for those as opposed to walk-in tubs.
Yeah.
So I would say you wouldn't have a problem, Annie. How small is that bathroom, by the way? Is it really small?
Yeah, it's just, my house is small. It's just, the step-over shower and the stool and the sink.
Okay.
It's a small bathroom.
So is that shower part of a tub-shower combination?
Yeah, it's the old one, where you have to step up.
Right.
And over.
You know what? This new shower will make that room look way bigger, and it'll be beautiful because that step-in shower that you have, that tub shower combo, that takes a lot of room, the width of that tub. You get a bigger shower too, because those glass walls are very thin compared to having to step over that tub and then having that curtain or that door or whatever you have.
Yeah.
But it'll add
those
dimension.
old ones are death traps to old people.
Yeah. It'll add room, though. It'll make that bathroom look bigger. You'll be shocked at how much bigger that bathroom looks with a nice walk-in shower. What's that?
It's just more functional.
Yeah, totally more functional.
Well, that sounds really good for me because I am 81, and I looked at Discount Bath's website, and there's some nice stuff there. So, okay, that's good.
Annie,
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you called
right.
in. I'm glad you called in this year because we don't allow 82-year-olds to call this show. So you got in right under. You got in right under the wire.
Tom, that's
sister.
not fair. You're 82.
Yeah,
I did.
Okay, thank you, Annie. And by the way, discountbeth.com, 720-979-2322. Yeah, so she's talking about these walk-in showers. More and more people are opting for these, and we're talking about seniors, okay? And let's just say it. You have grab bars you can put in. You can have benches. You can make them exclusive, and everyone loves those. I mean, you can make them for the motions of the person, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can customize them.
Yep.
And hardly anyone will object to a walk-in shower. In fact, I think more and more people are, I heard that some home builders are opting not even to put baths in new homes themselves. So that's something to consider. All right, let's go back to 303-713-8255. When it comes to improvements, we've been talking about some of the improvements. The best improvement for your money back, we're told by this remodeling site, this website, garage doors have the biggest bang for the buck and the least bang because of the customization and the personality people put in it. They spend a lot more on their master baths and their kitchens. So they're very, so seldom will they get their money back on those. And that's mainly because of the money they put into it. Again, solar doesn't seem to be a big deal when it comes to resale. Some people actually don't want it. I think that's silly. If you have a functioning solar system and it's working, I think more and more people, I think the solar credits are going to be coming back. That's my own opinion on houses. And of course, we do know that they're still available for commercial systems. Now, backyard patios, you get some of your money back. But you know what's getting more and more popular nowadays? Auxiliary or accessory dwelling units. Additional living units. So people putting in an extra place to live when it comes to a mother-in-law or just a guest suite. Okay, speaking of maintenance and repairs and all of that, I also looked into something, and I'll tell you why. The other day, I was looking at my cell phone, and I needed to get a repair, and I finally ended up getting a repair. But I wondered, at what point do you upgrade or at what point do you repair? And when you buy something, do you buy it based on the ease of repair? Now, I've never done that with a laptop ever. I figure a laptop is good until you can't use it anymore. I don't think I've ever tried to get a laptop repaired at all. But there is a site that I love, and what they did was they looked at it's the Public Interest Research Group. You know, this is an offshoot years ago from Ralph Nader. The public, he did something a long time ago, and I believe this organization is an offshoot of that. But it's called a Public Interest Research Group, where they research all kinds of consumer issues. And one of the, issues that face us and our pocketbooks. And one of the things that they are really big on is sustainability, or, keeping our carbon footprint low. And what that means is not throwing a lot of things out. So they did some surveys of laptops and came up with grades on which laptops are easier to maintain and repair and which ones are basically throwaway. This is something that shocked me. And that is, do you know the worst grade for laptops for repairs? Apple. I didn't know that. Now, maybe that's because many things don't go wrong with them, but Apple's way down on the list when it comes to reliability and ease of repairs. The number one easiest laptop to get repaired is the Asus. Now, I would think that because they are so generic, you can buy these things for next to nothing. I would think that would be the least one to get repaired, or the least attractive one to get repaired. Yet the Asus and the Acer, they both have really good marks on repairability. HP and Dell are right behind them. Samsung also, and then Microsoft products themselves. But the two worst is, which bothers me a little because I have all Mac stuff. The Mac laptops, they say, are very, very difficult to repair and almost not worth it. And the Lenovo, is Lenovo IBM? I'm not sure. But in any case, yeah. So in any case, Lenovo and Apple are bad when it comes to laptops. If you want one that's serviceable, I don't think most people do. But this company, this research group says you should repair if you can, and many of them can be upgraded. And the ones best at being upgraded would be Asus, Acer, HP, and Dell. Not just repairs, but upgraded. And then you can throw Samsung's is a close second. But they say nix on the Apple. In fact, they say most Apple products, including the iPhones, are the worst to repair. And one of the reasons is because of the expense of the replacement parts. The expense of replacement parts makes it almost cost prohibitive to fix an iPhone, and it's better to get a new one or to use aftermarket.
Not to mention all the little Chinese kids that die making iPhones.
They've changed all that, Mark. They've changed.
They
all
got
that.
safety nets around the factory, Tom. Look it up.
It's not anymore. That was a whole thing way back.
Okay.
No, they don't still have that. But Mark was talking about this one time, that people would jump out the windows and commit suicide, and they had to put up nets. And I thought that was an urban legend. But sure enough, we found a site that talked about the suicide rate. And I'm not sure why there was such a high suicide rate. Do you know where else there was a high suicide rate? Speaking of technology, they researched, and I think 60 Minutes, or I know CBS did it. I'm not sure which show did it, but I think CBS is the network, on training AI. Do you know that they have, and they hire people from these little mud villages to go through pictures and images and then categorize them as to what what's vulgar and what's unacceptable and what's like, I forget the classifications they have, but apparently these people who never had a job, I mean, they now have money, they have a higher standard of living, but guess what else happened? A lot of these people that were being exposed to these images, because they have to classify certain images as inappropriate and definite ones that are totally nixed, like we will not deal with these images at all, and that had to do with child stuff. It got these people so depressed that the suicide rate was next to nothing anyway, but the suicide rate went up in these villages when they were being used to train artificial intelligence. You never think about stuff like that, but AI has to be trained to a certain extent, and somebody has to tell it, this is bad. This is really bad. You know, this is taboo.
So just real quick to go back to the Apple thing. So 2010, 14 confirmed deaths, about 20. This is Foxconn. That's where they build the iPhone. So how they fixed it, and the nets are still there. They installed large suicide prevention nets around many dormitory and factory buildings because these kids live there and work there and never lived there. They hired counselors. They raised wages a little bit, and they improved the facilities, adding recreational activities. Current situation, 2023 to 26, there's still suicides, but not higher, nothing higher than 2010. And the nets are still there. And the deal is the suicides generally come up when iPhone launches a new product, because the peak shifts or period, the length of the shifts are a lot longer than during times where there's not a new product launch.
What about
so
other
for everybody out there, every
companies?
time a new iPhone comes out, look inside of it for a little fortune cookie note from the Chinese kids.
But what about other technology companies, I wonder, because they're all using overseas labor? I wonder about them.
I think it's mostly China, where they have these people that are pretty much slaves or indentured servants that work in the factory and live at the factory. I don't know. I mean, maybe in Vietnam, but I think China's the only one that really, you live and breathe in whatever factory you're in till you die.
It's like a whole lifestyle, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, they're born into it, and there's no way to escape it. They feed you. If you leave, you have no money, so there's nowhere to, sleep. There's nothing to eat. There's no work for you to do, because your only talent in life is building an iPhone.
303-713-TALK. On that depressing note, we have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show right after this.
A little like my life here.
Most watches today are mass-produced, designed by committees, built for margins. Wasson Watch Company is the opposite. A small American micro-brand created by real watch enthusiasts who want a no-nonsense field watch. Clean design, rugged reliability, zero fluff. Every Wasson is built in limited batches, and right now, for a limited time, field watches are $300 off. If you're tired of disposable fashion watches, upgrade to one built by people who actually care. See the latest drop at wassonwatch.com. WASSON watch.com.
I really want to thank people for coming to Martino Capital. We've been very successful, thank goodness. People have trusted us with their nest egg and their portfolios. And frankly, everyone we have presented to and showed what we can do have decided to come with us. And I'm very grateful. I do own the company. I started it because I wanted personalized attention for my investment portfolio. I wanted investments that I had personal selection and oversight, and our company does that for you. And in fact, it's one of the few places that do direct portfolio management. MartinoCapital.com. We can even take what you are doing and mathematically show you actual figures as to what our system would do, back timing it, back testing it 3 to 5 years to show you what our strategies have done. 303-771-HELP. Direct portfolio management, not middlemen. And it's direct with you. That's 303-771-HELP, 771-4357, MartinoCapital.com.
Yay. All righty.
I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news.
Lord.
Son of a...
Why are there so many suicides in China? My God, in general.
Look at their living conditions.
In general, man.
Have you seen, Shannon, have you seen the passed out drunk Japanese people?
No.
All the men there get super... All the men there it's like a tradition for their bosses to take them out drinking.
Oh, really?
So they get super drunk, and then there's a bunch of... it's super common to see, like, passed out, like, office workers in Japan.
Dare I say they get them bombed?
Did you hear what Shannon said about the about the Chinese kids, Tom?
Yeah,
No.
I did.
Wait, what?
What did you say about the poor Chinese?
It's like him at iHeart.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Born into it, can't leave.
I'm
right
pretty
there.
sure he's the only one that knows how to turn the station on in the morning.
I'll sure teach them by turning it off. Actually, when we had to call up the transmitter like 30 years ago, we'd have to call the transmitter and take readings every hour.
I know.
Do you remember that, Tom?
Yeah.
Why? I don't get it.
Because there was
The
no
FCC,
telemetry. There was
yeah.
Well, yeah, the FCC made us do it, but there was no reverse telemetry off of a T1 because we were shooting the signal out there with a microwave off of the roof. So we had to call up and listen to all the different gauges. But at least it would read it to us because you'd press #7 and it would say temperature 91 degrees or what. So it was at least automated like that. But we had to call up. Well, there was a star 70 deal that would turn it off. And we were always like, they shit can me, man. I'm star 70 in this place. We never got around to it. Kept the transmitter on the whole time. Oh, well. Because it's 3 people would have to go back out there to turn it on. That is quite an operation, flipping this thing back on if it's off.
I've been doing no carbs. It's killing me.
Mm-mm.
How many
I might
days?
go to Cinzetti's just in your honor.
You fucker.
Yep.
In fact, that reminds me, I got to order pizza.
You bastards.
And this time he's just going to eat the crust.
You like everything? Okay.
Mark, how long you been on the no carb?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Since Sunday.
Yeah, that's why it's driving me nuts.
Hey, Mark,
I'll do probably 3 weeks. I'll drop the 15 pounds I put back on. I lost over 40 on the GLP-1s, and I've put back on about 13, so I want to get back to where I was.
Yeah.
And there's nothing quicker, Chris, and
Hello, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Kyle, welcome to the show. What's happening?
Oh, there's so much is happening. I recently, 38, popped my eviction cherry. I've never been threatened with eviction or anything. And I've had this landlord for 2 years, and I've been behind on rent a little bit. I mean, I've always caught up, but there's never been an issue. But he had just evicted 2 tenants, or didn't evict them, he kind of just bullied them out. Like, I don't think he actually got to the paperwork, but I don't think he got like his bully out of him. Like, he still had something. He's directed all that energy towards me. And
Kyle, let me ask you something real quick. How long have you been there total?
I moved in about 2 years ago.
And you've only had a couple times you were late, you said?
Oh, no, I was like frequently late for reasons, but I was very crystal clear about it, and we always moved past it, and he's been cool with it this entire time. I'm not cool with it, but I've we worked it out. It wasn't like a thing.
Sure, sure.
I've been, yeah.
So what's going on? What's going on now? What's happening now?
So So right now, I got denied my appeal. I lost the eviction trial, which is really weird for.
But what was the reason, though, Kyle, for the eviction? Was it for non-payment?
He put for non-payment for he's supposedly he's knocking his house down, and he owns the house next door. He's like knocking it down to put up apartments. So I forget what that. I can pull up the papers right now. There's like 3 of and breaking the lease because I erected a structure, in his words, outside of my out in the back area. So I drive a pedicab here in Denver. It's my gig, and when I moved in, he had this area in the back, like underneath these stairs. Like, it's an old house. It's like over 100 years old, and there's an area that was very decrepit, very hasn't been given any attention. He's like, hey, if you clean up this area underneath the stairs, you can store your pedicab there. Like, it was his idea. So that's why I started my pedicab when I first moved in here.
Yeah.
And,
he's just trying to chase you out, man. If you're caught up on the rent, and I think we should get Brad O'Brien up, but if you're literally caught up on the rent, I don't see any judge going through with an eviction on it from what you've stated. But if you're not caught up on the rent, totally different story.
I'm not caught up on the rent. I said it hasn't been an issue because you keep. It's such a big, intricate story.
So when you went to the hearing, Kyle, you said you lost. Did the judge order the eviction then?
Yeah, the judge ordered the eviction. So
and when are they going to do it? When are they going to actually do it? Do you know?
I just got the post on my door from the sheriff's department today. Which no one can give me a clear answer. Is it like 48 hours? Is that what it normally is when they?
I don't know. You know what? That's a good question, and I don't really know. I think once they get that eviction order, I think they can do it any time.
Yeah, but most sheriffs, guys, and I'm sorry, I didn't realize he already got the order. But most sheriffs are 30 days out, easy.
This is like the door notice. It's like the writ of restitution. So it's like
that's what it is.
40 hours usually.
The writ of execution. But what Mark is saying is, in order to actually do it, they don't normally get there that quickly. Kyle,
let's ask Brad.
I want to ask a few important questions, really important. Are you saying that you do owe money though at the time? You did owe money at the time of the eviction hearing, right?
I was 1 month behind. Okay, so I was 1 month behind on rent when this whole process started. He gave me the 10-day notice, but after that, like 1 month, like before it was like during the 10-day notice period, he threw out what would cost over $8,000 to replace in my pedicab parts, like things that need to work. He got a dumpster to throw out the 2 tenants he just evicted, like their shit out, and then he threw a bunch of my pedicab stuff out. In an area he agreed that I could store my pedicab stuff in when I moved in because I cleaned it out. So he threw out a bunch of my property.
But do you think? But the official reason is non-payment of rent, right?
Yeah, that's what it boiled down to.
Okay. Because that's what he's going to hang his hat on. And he's allowed to evict you for that. And again, what Mark said was, if you had the money for rent, there's no way judges nowadays will order an eviction. They'll usually let you stay there. But did you offer at the hearing to make payment to bring it up to date?
He threw it over eight. I don't have like. No, I didn't, because I don't have like. By the time the trial came around, it was like that was like the beginning of April, so it was like 3 months. I think I was 3 months. Like the very first day of being 3 months behind. So like,
so you're going to be so today, right now, today. I'm just trying to get a handle on it. Are you 3 months behind? I know. Are you 3 months behind right now?
It would be 4 months.
Oh my God!
Yeah, no. So it'd be
February. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So what are you calling about? How did you think we could help you on that? Because I don't think an attorney can help you.
So I wanted to be more organized. So I wrote down a couple bullet points so I could just remember what I wanted to ask. So in his 10-day notice, when he served me, the 10-day notice before he filed the FED, he did not include my tenant rights in it. And he checked the box marked that he attempted to hand deliver the notice to me, but didn't include dates or times because he didn't. He just put it on my door.
But Kyle,
so it was a deficient form. Should it have even made it to court?
If he didn't do it properly, but the judge overlooked it, that the best you're going to do is just buy yourself a couple days here or there. I mean, what I'm saying, Kyle, I wouldn't try to get this guy on a technicality if you're looking at 4 months behind in rent. You're going to have to leave. I mean, seriously, I don't think that a technicality.
No, I'm not trying to stay. This is coming across so wrong. It's not what I was. I had some questions. I wasn't.
Okay, so what are your questions? What are your questions? Your question is, should he have gotten to court? If the judge allowed him, yes, he could. The judge can overlook those technicalities.
So there's so many the CLS attorney at the court who helped me file my answer, my response to the FED paperwork. She said she's never seen a case with so many reasons it should be dismissed before. So like, I was curious, like if it like at that point, like what does the judge look at? Like how does he decide that this is not dismissive enough?
Here's what I think.
That form was wrong. The FED paperwork was wrong.
I think because you were so far behind in rent, I think the judge probably thought a technicality here nor there is not going to help. I'm serious, Kyle. I understand that the attorney that helped you said, look, I've never seen anything so sloppy or whatever. But the point is it's not like you were just a few days late on rent. If you're looking at 4 months behind, I'm sure the judge took that into consideration.
So I was 1 month behind when he threw out what would cost over $8,000 to replace in my work parts, which I had an itemized invoice for. Like I had proof that what he threw out, how much it would cost to replace it, which is well over what I owe him. So that's why I stopped paying him, because he's a bully. He's just like, he doesn't.
You can't do that. You just can't stop paying.
Yeah, but you went about it.
So many illegals, yeah, but like I'm like, okay. So that's obviously after this whole experience, it makes sense. But it's like not like I was under the impression that another question that I had is that attorney at the court to help me file my answer, my response to the FED. She was just checking boxes willy nilly. Like she checked the box because I injured my back about a year ago. It was when I first fell behind in my rent, which my landlord did not believe me. I sent him the hospital papers and everything. He still doesn't believe me. He mentioned it in the trial. He still doesn't believe me, which is really weird.
But it wouldn't matter because a back injury. It would. See, Kyle, listen, man, and I promise you.
That's not what I'm saying, dude. That's not what I'm saying, man. I'm sorry.
Shannon, would you grab it, please?
Got it.
Look at. The guy is looking at all the wrong things. Okay, he thinks he's got a case. Here's the problem. He doesn't have a case. He's saying the guy threw his stuff out, and because he threw his stuff out, he told him he could leave it there. You're not going to...
He could have explained all that to the judge, Tom. The bottom line is If they served him the 10-day notice, he didn't actually pay the rent or move out, then they filed the actual eviction with the court, and it sounds like the court gave it to him, and he's cooked. If you don't pay your rent, it's one of the only reasons now you can be evicted. I mean, it's simple as that.
I know, but he's saying the reason he didn't pay his rent is because the landlord got rid of his stuff. I don't buy that.
Yeah, but you know that just like I do. That it doesn't matter. That there's proper ways to do it, and it's not lack of paying rent.
Kyle, I'm really sorry, man, but the truth of the matter is that's what it boils down to. Had you had the money to pay the rent, then you could go after him maybe for that other property. In fact, you can still go after him for the stuff he threw out if you think he did it illegally. You can sue him in small claims court for the value of the stuff. I think he said it was a pedicab and some stuff and that goes to his pedicab. I guess that's how he makes a living. If that's the case, Kyle, maybe you go after him separately in a small claims court, but you're not going to get, I don't see you're going to get this eviction overturned. We have more coming right up.
Yep.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeartRadio station. Ryan Schuling, Tom Martino, Michael Brown Reloaded, and Dan Kaplis. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. Now,
just a matter of time.
A pretty quiet ride on the highways. We do have some slowing south, I-25 coming into downtown. 270's been running a little heavy out of Commerce City as well as Pena. In fact, coming out of the airport, there's a company there from Tower and eventually heading back onto I-70. Construction-wise, southbound Santa Fe at Mississippi's backed up to I-25, and northbound Parker at Quincy continues to jam up through the intersection. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
You know, you may have a new car and you think you have to go to the dealer for service. You don't. If it's a warranty issue, that's one thing. But regular service, you can go to Sheridan Auto Tech. That's what I do. And that's what a lot of people do, and they save a ton of money. Sheridan Auto Tech can do new and used cars, of course, and they can do minor or major maintenance and repairs, including electrical issues. They're honest. They have value and great prices. They are located conveniently on Colfax, west of Wadsworth. And I'm telling you, you will love these people at Sheridan Auto Tech. They treat you like family. SheridanAutotech.com. 303-455-7242.
Thank you.
Advertise. We don't advertise to anyone.
Oh, man.
Hey, Mark.
Sorry to keep running out, Shannon, but never mind.
Yeah, man.
Hey, so I'm working on creating this listing,
Troubleshooter Show.
and AI Assistant won't let me use itself because...
Yeah, I know. Well, all the coins are used up. You're just going to have to manually do it.
Okay.
All the keywords, though, will be in like the handyman category, the majority for him.
Okay. And then
you want to add for him decking. He definitely does decks and fences.
Yeah, hang on. We'll get to that. Under account, it says no owner.
Yep, that's fine because you haven't created him as the owner yet. So do the listing. Keep it just like that for now.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'll keep working on this.
Yeah, it'll take you a few. It's no biggie.
Bubba's 33.
Are you really getting pizza?
God.
Wow.
Why don't you get the McHuge burger?
Bubba's.
Then I can do the show tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd be in the hospital. It's funny. He's right, though.
You know what it was? I think Dimitri took a life insurance policy out on you right before he told you about that burger.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mark, I only put him in one category, right? Handyman?
No, I'd put him in handyman, then decks and fences.
Oh, okay. I'll keep looking.
No, there's Deputy Chopper. Doesn't care about Chinese kids. I get it. You and Tom. It's all good, Chop. It's not on my conscience. Some of us in the world still have a conscience.
Well,
Others,
it's like worrying about clean water. What has clean water ever done for me?
That's true.
That's true.
I've had people come to the door. Well, when I had a door. Shut up. People come to the door. Aren't you worried about clean air and water? No, I think it's good enough. I mean, I'm not. It's not killing me right now. So no, go, please. Not signing it. Go.
So, Mark, did you say basement remodeling too?
Which is my favorite.
No. Okay. If he wants to, after the agreement's done, you can ask him about other categories.
Okay.
Do handymen use that as a pickup line?
What?
Baby, I'm going to remodel your basement.
This new guy, incredibly enough, he's got flat rate handyman prices, which is unheard of. You can schedule like a ceiling fan install for $100.
Wow.
And that's dirt cheap. I've tried to swap out, well, I guess I've successfully swapped out a ceiling fan, just like I successfully installed a garage door opener. Both I will never do again, ever.
Oh. Any handyman good at installing indoor swings?
Yes, most of them.
Okay, good.
Indoor swings.
Yeah, you got to find the right place to hang it in the bedroom. I mean, in the house.
Yeah. Although there is a desperately adorable little coffee shop in Castle Rock, very Christian, nice little young women running and their seats are swings.
Did you go again?
No.
Oh, is this okay?
I think I'm one and done because I was a creepy old man.
Oh.
Compared to the entire staff and clientele. It's like, okay.
Oh, wrong audience.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Proud of you ladies. God bless you. Got to go.
Hey, Mark, what will it take to activate the AI feature?
I'm Tom Martino
I think
here.
I'm one and done because I was
Welcome
creepy
to the
old
show.
man.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, so what's on your mind today? How can we help you? That's what we ask each and every day. Lori, what is happening with you, Lori? Welcome.
Hey there.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Tom.
Yeah.
I recently purchased a live-work loft where it has residential space in the upper 2 floors and commercial on the lower level.
Yeah.
Along with the purchase, I had an engineering inspection done on the property. The engineer discovered that there was like an I-beam that was decorative, that's cosmetic and separating from the building, along with some loose bricks.
Okay.
That create a hazard, obviously, if they fall.
Uh-huh.
I submitted that engineering report to that HOA. My realtor called the HOA, who advised her that they were actively seeking bids. And then I'm getting nervous because now that we've closed on the deal, we found out that it needs a new roof, a commercial type roof, and the roofer is recommending that those repairs be made before the roof is installed. So I think we could probably proceed with the roof, but it would be better if those repairs were done because it impacts the parapet wall.
Okay, Lori, can you explain,
ensure-
give me a little more of a description of the repair that needs to be done that the engineer brought up? What exactly do they need to do?
So what the engineer reported was that there's an I-beam that goes between 2 of the units on the front side of the building.
Yeah.
Those I-beams have pulled away from the structure, and in order to do the repair, the beam needs to be removed. They need to have an engineered way to affix that beam back onto the building.
Okay.
And then the bricks and the parapet wall need repair because the
Did they
bricks
agree
are
to all loose, of that,
and
Lori?
one of them
That sounds major. Did they agree to all of that?
Well, the HOA told my realtor that they understand that it's their responsibility because it's cosmetic. And I also called the City of Westminster Building Department, And the building department said because it's cosmetic and not structural, they don't advise on those things. They only get involved if it's something that's structural.
So did you put it in the contract that they would fix that?
No, our understanding was that was the HOA's responsibility because they called it out in their meeting minutes.
I understand that. No, I understand that. But did anything mention in the contract that those repairs would be done?
No, not as far as I know.
Okay.
Because our understanding was it was the work of the HOA.
Yeah, but even though it is, and I know this, and even though it is the HOA's problem, many times HOAs are derelict in their duty, and you might go by there and they're not going to fix it. They might just leave it that way. And I would want you to have something in writing to force them to fix it. But let's move on to the roof. The roof needed to be done. Now, that's something you should have known in an inspection, right? Is that something that you knew? Okay, so you knew that before you bought it.
So no, I didn't. The inspector came and identified that there was a repair that needed to be made, and the first realtor I had made it sound like it only needed $3,000 worth of work. Well, now that we've had a couple of estimators come out, they're like, no, you need the whole roof done. So the inspector did not advise me of that.
Okay, now on the roof, is this a townhome where the roof is all yours, or is this
yes.
Okay, so each place is in charge of their own roof.
Correct.
Okay, how much is that roof going to cost you?
Well, I got one estimate, which I'm not going to go with. Their initial estimate is about $26,000 because it's a flat commercial roof. And according to, AI, that's like top of the line, and it's a boutique product that they use. So I'm waiting for further estimates to come in.
How are you finding these companies? How are you finding the roofers?
I called a friend who she does construction, and she recommended this particular company. She says they do good quality work, which I don't doubt, but you pay for it.
Okay, would you want, I suggest you shop around. I'm not saying that it's not a good company. I don't even know who it is, but I know that we know excellent companies that can give you a really good estimate, at least something to compare. Are you opposed to getting an estimate from someone else?
No, I was going to try to get 3 estimates before we make a decision.
Good. I'm going to give you the name of a roofer that I'd like you to check with, Excel Roofing. They're really good people. Okay. It's EXCEL, like an excellent, Excel Roofing. Go to excelroofing.com and or you can call them at 303-761-6400. I would give them a call and get a second opinion. They do flat roofs, and those are very special roofs. The good news is once you put them on, they're pretty much good for years and years and years. So what is the issue in your way today? What is going on today?
Well, how do I ensure that the HOA performs and does the beam repair and repairs the loose brick?
Okay.
So I'm not saying the roofer has said it absolutely has to be done, but they highly recommend that those repairs are done before they install the roof.
Okay, there's no way to ensure it. That's the problem. You have to just, now that it's not part of any contract and they're not agreeing to it. Now, did you buy it from the developer or did you buy it from an individual?
From an individual.
Okay, there's really nothing you can do except request that they fix it. Have you made an official request that they fix it?
I like in writing, no. Have we called like 3 or 4 times?
And what do they say when you call? Do they say we're going to get to it, or what do they say?
So when my realtor called, the lady that she spoke with said that they were actively seeking bids and that they were working on it. And And in the HOA minutes, it said that they were proposing a special assessment that they would have to vote on. But she told her verbally that they had enough funds. They didn't think it was going to cost what they thought the original estimates were, and that they had enough funds without a special assessment to do the repairs.
All right. Well, in
But
a
they
special
did not put
assessment.
anything in writing.
I got to take this break, but it's important you hold on. I want to talk about that special assessment coming right up.
Thank you for catching that.
Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, still a pretty quiet ride on the highways. We do have some slowing south, I-25 coming into downtown. 270's been running a little heavy out of Commerce City as well as Pena. In fact, coming out of the airport, there's a company there from Tower and eventually heading back onto I-70. Construction-wise, southbound Santa Fe at Mississippi's backed up to I-25, and northbound Parker at Quincy continues to jam up through the intersection. With traffic, I'm Jonathan Steele.
This report is sponsored by The Rogue Recap with Linda McLaughlin.
Dangerous social media trends, media scandals, dumb TikTok boycotts, and more. Keep up with all the online stories mainstream media ignores by listening to the Brad vs. Everyone podcast on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, you're never going to get a better price or a better job than the extreme clean, tune, and check of your AC. Get it done. Avoid costly breakdowns. Add life and efficiency to your AC. They spend a couple of hours on this for just $39. It's for new customers because they want to show you how thorough they can be. They take it apart. They clean every nook and cranny. They put it all back together. They tune and check it, and you will have a no breakdown guarantee. Do it now for just $39. FixMyHome.com is the website. Book now or call them 720-526-3939.
Hey, so Mark, we're going to have to scrape you off for Rockies, but then have you reconnect on 5, which is working.
Oh, good.
At 12:30 something. Is that okay?
Yeah,
So
when are you scraping me now?
Wouldn't hurt. Do you mind ending this? End this out. Although, how long do we have when we come back? Good golly,
Minute or two.
Yeah,
I'll rejoin on 5 at 12:30.
Yeah, keep trying it at 12:30 when Mandy would disconnect. I don't know when exactly that would be, but all right, Mark, we'll talk to you.
Tell Dragon to move anything I need to do to a different block and switch it out.
You got it. Get out.
Bye.
Bye. Let's see. Great Western and Gravina's in the first break. I think we'll be okay. Huh. All right. So, Tom, you're good with that. Mark back at the bottom.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, for the love of God, this better be good. Hello? Hi. You did what to who? What you want? What you want from me?
Remember to like us on Facebook. We are out of this world.
Do you know anything about the slaves they use in China to build phones? Hello? 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 Goodbye.
Get immediate help. No need for an appointment. And when you hire John, he fights to restore what's dear to you, what you've lost. You even get his personal cell. You can call or text anytime. No one else does that. 303-597-4500. Call Fuller.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them. They have to be out there somewhere, right?
Delicious.
Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go.
I might have a problem with powdered energy drinks.
Well, you drink an entire 2-liter of Dr. Thunder.
So, at Sam's Club, I bought the 84 pack, you know?
It's easy to find the right person right away.
This is really good.
Well, you compare us to Dr. Thunder.
I have been licking possum. I'm back on the cat. This is good, man.
When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now.
Shannon Scott, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like there's no substitute.
Shannon likes the DP.
Did the what?
I said you like the DP.
Oh, big time. Well, any diet, which throws waiters off when I say, "Hey man, will you slip me the D?" Another diet.
When I worked at a Chick-fil-A, the worst drink to pour was indeed a Coke Zero.
Why? Because of foam?
The foam. It would take so... It was the longest drink to get ready because of how much foam it creates.
And my awful line for that. I'm sorry, most of my stuff is just awful. I have told waiters, well, there's the head I've been promised. Maybe I want to give. But is that it? Is that the...
You're not right in a couple ways.
I'm not right in the head. What?
I said you're not right in a couple ways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Kelly used to say that all the time.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. So, Lori, here's the thing. If they have to do a special assessment, you're going to be part of that special assessment. You know that. How many units are in that building?
There's 14.
Okay. So,
yeah, and so we were thinking the special assessment might be 10 grand tops.
10 grand split among 14 people?
Oh no, per unit.
What? Wow. So you're
oh,
expecting.
Yeah. They have well, my realtor negotiated the price down to make space for that because we're anticipating that there's a lot of deferred maintenance. And they've been aware of the situation.
I hope they take care of it. I'm serious. You know, the thing is, here's the problem. You don't have a contractual commitment from them. You're simply going to have to ask them to do it. And if they don't do it, it's an issue that you have to bring up to the whole HOA board. It gets to be a big, big problem, but that's what you have to do. We got more coming right up.
Most watch.
Very nice, thank you.
Oh man, that woman's going to be into a lot of trouble. Trying to get them to do it.
Progress on this guy's listing, Mr. Mark.
Every Watson is built in limited batches, and right now for a limited time, fuel watches are $300 off. If you're tired of disposable fashion watches, upgrade to one built by people who actually care. See the latest drop at Watson.
All right, hey Lori, it's Adam.
WASSONWatch.com.
Hi, I just wanted to make sure. Did you have any other comments or questions for Tom? Okay. Yeah, I know, it's unfortunate. I am sorry about that.
There's nothing she can do.
Of course, have a good one.
My phone rang shortly after 7 a.m. My landline, George, actually a number that few people called. It was President Trump calling. He said at first he was calling to see if I was okay with what happened last night. Are you okay? And then he reiterated many of the
I'm
things
not
he
ignoring
said
you.
in
I'm
his press
just making
conference
this
last
a
night,
list.
emphasizing
Listing
the
for the
unity
first
that he
time.
felt in that moment. That he felt at the dinner before the shooting and certainly after with the people who reached out to him. And he said absolutely, and he was quite firm about this, that dinner must be rescheduled. It must be rescheduled. He knows that I was a former president of the White House Correspondents Association and had worked with him on a dinner that never actually happened back during COVID. And he was saying, we've got to get...
Shots rang out.
I mean, George was doing one of his tricks, and he described to me the next several seconds. He said,
Thank you for calling the Troubleshooter
Show. The Secret Service came and brought Trump down. He said very
You said
hard.
Joe, right?
And there he is behind that table.
Awesome, just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure if it was you or
with
Jordan.
the president
Okay, perfect, Joe.
downtown,
What are we talking about today?
Had been shot because he had that look of shock.
At 30, not 15.
Okay. You said it's at 30, right? Oh, hey, Jordan, or Joe, sorry, real quick. The live is at 30. Did you want me to call you back, or do you want to wait on hold?
No, don't make him wait a half hour.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, there was the For the 120, yeah, there was an issue in when scheduling
And Mark
it.
is gone. Mark is gone until 12:30.
And Mark is gone until 12:32. Sorry, what was that?
And he'll come back there. However you want to work that out. If you don't want like having that on the board,
Yeah. The live will be at 12:30. So
Blinky is annoying. But
Well, and it is
20,
live
25, or do you want me to call you?
Yeah. So I'll do that for the moment. And then just...
Okay, I'll give you a call this time. Okay.
The gun is loaded.
Sorry about that, Joe. Oh, he didn't seem to like that.
Who?
Joe Quijano! Quijano!
Suze needs to lay the hammer down.
Should be fixed next week.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Remember in the good old days we actually had one cutting person?
I was gonna say we finally got the door fixed. That took about since I've started.
It's been
way too long for shit to work around here.
It was an actual surprise when I had to use my card for the first time.
I need to use my badge to get into work?
Oh, wow. This thing's actually used
Secure
for something.
Facility and all.
Well, I noticed that the elevators have it, but it's not used there either.
After 8 a.m., the offices are open.
Oh, so
if you
okay.
walk in at like 7:30, you have to swipe your badge.
Oh, I didn't know it was open. Okay.
What time are the doors open? What time are the main doors open? 8 o'clock as well?
front door 8 a.m., yeah.
Okay, same as elevator.
Yeah. Well, and with 4 panes of glass over there, you can blow a poison dart through. That's not very secure either.
At least has a cute. Are you talking about the one that just got the new iHeart?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, the ones that have the host right
Oh,
to
yeah,
their
that
back
one
to
too.
the window.
Oh.
At least I'll never see it coming. I'm gonna feel better about that.
Thank you for calling the Troubleshooter Show. Can I get a first name?
Like remind Ross of that.
I'm sorry. One more time.
Ross, do you practice your quick
Truck?
spin around it
From behind? Yeah.
Oh, Chuck. Sorry, there's a lot of background noise. What can we help you out with today?
Is this that Sam kid? I like him. I like his delivery.
Oh, Sam Speck? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little fast. But
Yeah, but he doesn't slurp.
Yeah.
He's not like Marty Fast.
Oh, right.
His script
Yeah,
is good,
issue
but
with
he
solar.
writes
Okay, I
down
remember
what
now.
They all do. I don't know for certain, but he's right.
There's no way Keenan writes what he doesn't read. What he can't read.
Now, impact
Hey,
traffic.
there was a...
The new girl's not too shabby either.
And her voice is deeper than almost any guy out there. It's great. Tough old woman.
So I ordered.
There is
We'll see when it's going to get here.
it's tough.
Right, and they're not honoring the contract, correct?
People behind it are getting fired. The kids-
Okay, awesome. Hold on, hang on, Chuck, just so you're not repeating yourself. Tom would love to take your
Oh,
call if
it's
you don't mind
here.
hanging on for the break.
Yeah,
All right with you?
Fast.
So we got about
Okay,
5
awesome.
minutes
So
or
just
less.
listen through the phone for your name. When you hear it, you're up to speak. Hang on, Chuck.
Yeah.
Thank you for holding.
Oh, are you familiar with it?
No, but I know the concept.
Because it did not go well for the kids. It was she wore a silhouette of a something, brooch. Or what? I mean, a few words that are that could not a single kid could read and it has blown up bad against the school. But like I said, the kid who was filming it has already been expelled.
Some of these news releases I get are so fucking stupid. They're written in such a bad way.
Isn't that something going on with Shirley or whatever?
Well,
he's California trying to do something.
Oh
against
yeah,
him?
yeah. Actual bill against.
How dare you expose her inequities?
And Maine,
Ineptitude.
is it Maine? Maryland, one of those two, is doing a deal where if you out someone for committing fraud and they lose that money, the fraud.
Thanks for your
lose that
order.
money, they can file against the government to get the money back. No. Yeah.
Why not?
If someone comes and takes away the stuff that you stole, we'll give that back to you.
Yeah.
It's so mean. God,
Come on.
What kind of fucking circle jerk happens at these meetings where they bring this shit up?
Stop the planet I want off.
I think I feel better.
A lot of fun doing it. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
I'm Tom Martino, and I welcome you to the show where we are solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, warning you about scams, ripoffs, liars, cheaters, and I urge you to give us a call at the first sign of trouble. Or if you have a question, a problem, or complaint, you can call 24/7 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. Or when we're on the air here, and that, by the way, will come here on the air when we're here. It'll also, of course, be routed to our voicemail when we're not here. We'll get you on the next show. This hour brought to you by Apple Air, Heating and Air, the company I've known since 1988. And I came to town in 80, and this was founded by Todd Terry and his family. So that's 40 years in business for your heating and air. That's Apple Air with an E, appleair.com. Guaranteed best prices and warranties from the Terry family. This is Apple Air with an E, appleair.com. Hey, we love great companies. Discount Bath is with us. Speaking of great companies, we also have Chuck on the line, wants to talk about solar. So let's find out what's going on with solar. What's happening? Chuck, what's going on?
Tell you what, back when I used to advertise Cam Solar, I bought a system.
Yeah.
And I've had it in for about 5 years.
Yeah.
And I bought the extended warranty for the labor.
Mm-hmm.
And my inverter went out here about a month ago, and they always said they would monitor it, which they don't. And anyway, I got a hold of them, and they told me, well, we're a new company. We're now Cam Solar 2, so we're a different company, and we don't honor the labor contract, that extended labor contract. And in order just to get the inverter, I had to, with my charge card, I had to send them $300 just to get the inverter here, which I got it. Then they wanted another $300 in order to, they want $600 labor to install it, is what they want.
Okay.
And I told them I've got the extended warranty.
Right. No, I understand what you're saying about the extended warranty. Here's the problem with business transfers that happen. And this is why when you get a lifetime warranty or a 10-year warranty or a 20-year warranty, none of that matters. It's the lifetime of the company. And so what they probably did, it sounds to me like they sold the company or restructured it into another entity, and the new entity did not take on the old warranties. That's what it sounds like to me. And so what exactly now, was the equipment covered or not? Because the equipment is usually covered directly from the component manufacturer. Was the equipment covered?
Yes, I've got the equipment sitting there. I've got the equipment sitting here now.
So have you tried anyone else? Have you tried anyone else to have it installed?
No, I really don't know where to go. But like I said, I've already given $600 that it's on my card, and I sure feel like canceling that. But I don't know where else to go.
Well, here's the problem, and this pisses me off, but it happens all the time. It's not just with solar. The companies, they come and go, and when a company goes and forms another company, or the new owners don't take on the old responsibilities. So I often, I advertise warranties, right? 10-year warranties. We all do. We all advertise these warranties because the companies say, hey, there's a 10-year warranty. For example, I just did a commercial, for example, for Apple Air, and they've been around for 40 years. So it's likely they, of course, are honoring all of their warranties. But another company could be around 10 years and their warranties go away. The labor warranty, are you sure when you told them you had a labor warranty, they said they're a different company?
Yes, they said they are now Cam Solar 2.
Did they say they were the same people or new owners or what? Did they give you an explanation?
She said that a woman bought, this is what she said, the woman bought the company out and it's now Cam Solar 2.
Okay, so they were purchased. So the old warranties. So how much, do you remember how much you paid for that warranty?
About $1,500.
$1,500. And you paid it back how long ago?
Let's see, that was probably in the neighborhood of probably between 5, 6 years.
6 years, probably. Okay, here's the deal.
Yeah.
What she ought to realize, if she wants to, I don't know, do they still do, I was told when they came off the referral list, they were leaving the state. Do they still even do work in the state?
Well, they still list somebody, I remember right, they still list somebody, I believe, in Longmont. I'd have to look it up.
I'm wondering.
I know when you go on.
I'm wondering what alliance. What do you have to have done? You have to have something installed.
I have to have the inverter installed.
Okay, I'm wondering if our people at Alliance Roof and Solar can do that at a much better price. I'm wondering if we should contact them.
Yeah.
And see, because they're a pretty good company. Again, no matter what company you do business with, no matter who it is, warranties are as good as the company, or not even as good as the company is in business. I mean, when they sell and move on, all of the warranties from the old company don't get inherited. So here's what we can do. If we could, I'm gonna see what they can do. Let's give this to Deputy Dollar, if we could. Axe, give this to Deputy Dollar and ask him to check with Alliance to see what they can do for this guy. And let's just see what they can do. I'd like to see, I don't know if that price is good or bad that they gave you at Cam, but we'll figure it out. So hold on and we'll get your information. So Axe, you heard me, right? We'll give it to Dollar to check on for him to see if we can get that done. All right, thanks. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Chris Consul's with us from discountbath.com. We've been talking about bathroom remodels and some of the things people are doing in baths and some of the things to avoid. On the walk-in shower, someone wants to know, have you done the showers without doors? I know you have because we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
Basically, that just requires like an entrance area, right? So the water doesn't get out.
Just my take on it.
Yeah.
And I did this in my house where I just had the entry area.
Aren't a lot of people going that way?
Yeah, they are, and it's nice, and it's not so much. It depends.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is it's kind of a drafty shower. It doesn't keep the heat in, so it kind of sucks out the cold air. So I am a fan of actually having a door.
You like doors?
I love the way they look without a door.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, having done it in my own home, I don't like it.
You like the door because it keeps the heat of the water in.
Yep.
But you can do it either way.
Yeah, you can for sure. And I think it matters the space too. We've got vaulted ceilings in the bathroom and it just sucks that warm air out of there. So it's sort of a drafty shower in the winter.
Do people still put heat lamps in showers?
No.
That's an old thing. They used to put them up in the ceiling.
They exist, and occasionally we'll put not a heat lamp, but a heat fan, so to speak. So it has some heat coming down. It's not that red light bulb that we all remember.
And that goes into my next question from someone who texted, wanted to know, do you do in-floor heating?
We do. Love it.
Is it electric? Is it liquid going underneath the floor, or is it just coil?
Yeah, it's electric. So there's
so there's no plumbing underneath.
No, it's a heat wire that runs underneath the thin set and then the tile set on top of it.
And it really does a good job.
Yeah, I have it in my house. I love it.
It has such a comfortable feeling.
Yeah, it's so good.
I mean, really, when you get out of the shower, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
It doesn't heat the air, though, does it?
No, not really.
But it keeps the bathroom warm.
Yeah, and so mine's not in the bathroom. It's actually in our living area where we have a tile floor.
Oh.
So I don't actually have it in my bathroom, but put it in because I like it so much.
But you can put them in bathrooms.
Yeah, we do all the time. Yeah, primarily that's what we do.
Okay, so yes, the answer is yes, they can do it. Discountbath.com. All right, we have more coming up. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to trust what you're seeing. Who made it? Is it real? But with iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio hosts' product recommendations. And if you own or manage a business here or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way in creating your future customers. Make iHeartMedia a part of your 2026 plan today. Call 844-844-iHeart. Again, that's 844-844-iHeart.
Great Western Buildings. .com. That is a factory right here in Colorado serving all 50 states. In fact, they ship internationally. If you want a metal building, whether it's a big church, they've done churches and they've done factories and warehouses. They've done garages, even loafing sheds. No job too big or too small. Great Western Buildings, 100% American steel, guaranteed for life. That's greatwesternbuildings.com. Now let's talk to a company with heritage, Gravina's. You know, we were just talking about heritage. Gravina's been around 65 years, started by the granddad, taken over by his son, and now Nick, the grandson, is taken over. 950 West Evans, 303 Gravina. Now, you know what they have? They have 50 lines of windows, multiple lines of siding and doors. They have the job right for you and the heritage to stand behind their warranties and their work. That's 303 Gravina or gravinas.com.
Spring.
Let's see, I don't hear the doorbell yet.
That's a funny thing for you to mention.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, it's there. It's outside. Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
I'll put it in the kitchen before the squirrels eat it.
It's right there in the front door. Funny thing I should mention. How much time do I have?
Just under 4.
Okay. Chris?
I mean, nope, I can't. This happens, and this.
Just now I'll watch this as soon as I get home. Because now I'm just...
If it's not like it's a complete action-packed, oh my god, I can't keep my eyes off of it. Or I can't.
It's just a good...
It's just so I can't mention this because that leads over to this, and I can't mention this because that leads to this. It's all in the one episode. It's like, and then the ending of the episode's like, huh.
Oh god.
Okay. So
I'm just curious to see who dies.
As to who dies?
Yeah.
Who's to say anybody dies?
I just know someone's gonna die.
Okay.
I just know it. Maybe like if I were to say someone
Starlight?
might die. No, not her.
No?
No.
Too soon to. I mean, she could
Too
die.
soon.
Too soon?
Too soon. I'm
Okay.
thinking more like
Deep.
Could be one of the. No, I just don't see that. I'm thinking more like.
MM?
Who was I just thinking of? Damn it.
Huey. Huey's the heart of the show. You can't kill Huey.
No, not until.
And Butcher, but if Butcher dies, You still got 2 more episodes. You gonna do 2 more episodes without Butcher?
I think I'm thinking either Ashley or someone I'm thinking someone in the government, like
Sage?
Ashley, maybe Sage.
She's the smartest person on the planet.
I'm thinking those
could get her killed.
I'm thinking those 2 for my predictions. If some were to die.
The preacher guy?
Homelander doesn't like him a whole lot. And we saw what happened with Firecracker.
Mm-hmm.
Could be him. I don't know. There's so many good characters. I'm just upset. A-Train was my favorite character.
We know what happened to him.
Oh yeah. I mean, he could have lived had he.
You think he's faster than Homelander?
That's the thing. I've never seen Homelander fly that fast.
I mean, maybe V1 doesn't make Soldier Boy immortal, so maybe he dies?
I'd say that, but he already had the virus.
Oh.
Remember?
Weren't they trying to make a new one?
They were, but they said weeks to months.
Access 5 is released in yours. Give me for whenever you're ready.
Well, thank you. 4 is yours. You can text Mark, let him know that he can have 5.
Okay.
That's KISQALI.com to learn more.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios.
Should I get
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hello, Tom Martino here. If you have a problem, a question, or complaint, give us a call at 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Here to help you any way we can. So all you have to do is give us a call. And we've been talking a little bit about home improvements and what works and what doesn't. By the way, one of the most important home improvements you can make is a roof. People get roofs checked when they buy homes, and roofs are a big deal. Decks are a very big deal. Entry doors, a very big deal. So there are improvements that really do help. Believe it or not, this is something I did not realize would make a big deal. Backup generators. Nowadays, more and more people say they would like a backup generator. Basement remodels, believe it or not as high on the list as I would think. If you go electrification, not that high on the list when it comes to your particular HVAC system. Obviously, a new HVAC system is a plus, but going all electrical is not so much a plus as far as resale goes. A lot of that has to do, I guess, with personal opinions and personal things. Also, we have statistics to show this is a trend that is so bad, I can't even believe it's happening. Because this is the definition of something that's going to bite you in the ass. That expression comes to mind with this new trend. Some companies are loaning money on rent. You apply to a company, and these companies offer to supplement your rent with a short-term loan. It sounds a lot to me like a payday loan, but worse. With a payday loan, you're taking an advance on payment, right? On a salary or something. But think about this. If you get a payment on rent, when are you going to pay that back? If you didn't have enough money to pay your rent and you have to borrow it, It's saying these short-term loans are for people who get paid at odd times, need money for rent, and they need to stem their cash flow. Although some people have been depending on it, unfortunately, as a second income. And they have been going up and up and up as far as the balance goes. It wasn't meant to do that. It was meant to try to even out your cash flow. So if you didn't have money in the beginning of the month, this company would loan you the money. It would cost you 30 or 40 bucks, sometimes 50, depending on how much you borrowed. And then they would help you pay your rent on the first, and then you'd pay them back with interest during the month. And then you do the same thing the following month. Some landlords are saying, look, if you're going to do that anyway, why don't we just stage the rent in 2 payments? Some landlords are offering that. We'll take half the rent on the 1st and half the rent on the 15th. In that way, you don't have to have all that cash lay at one time. But it all fundamentally comes down to paying rent. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. But these companies, more and more of them are becoming available. And some of them are actually issuing debit cards, which go against, of course, the loan balance. So they are buying now and paying later. It's called flex rent splitting, and it's done, they call it service charge. It's really nothing more than interest. They're stepping in to where people can't make the full amount of rent. They say roughly 1/3 of all American households rent, and half of them spend more than 1/3 of their income on rent. 1/3 of their income. So for many tenants, paying rent all at once is a very, very tough thing to do. And that's where these short time, these paycheck loans, they're not paycheck loans, they're rent loans, are coming into play. They're called rent loans, and there are many companies getting into it. I don't know if they've come to Denver yet, but they are definitely making their way across the country. It's just another sign of the time. Speaking of which, there's never been now. Okay, so we're talking about a number of things. We have a lot of buy now, pay later programs. Now, buy now, pay later is coming into the rental market, as if that's not going to cause a problem. Listen to this one. You have the regular credit card bubble, and you also have what they're calling now the pandemic car bubble. People paid a lot more money than usual for cars when they stopped making. A lot of the plants were shut down and the supply was down, and people bought cars at higher prices and longer loans. Many people are finding themselves upside down. Believe it or not, on expensive cars, some people are finding now when they go to turn in a car, either to trade it in or to sell it, they're coming up $40,000 short of what they owe on the damn car. That's a true statement. Some people are finding that after getting what the car is worth on the open market, they still have to kick in $40,000 because they're underwater that much. Now, not everyone is underwater 40,000, but the average underwater price is up significantly. Most people are at least $6,000 underwater. And about 30% of the buyers, by the way, who traded in cars, 30% have negative equity. So they owe more than the car is worth. Those borrowers owed an average, okay, this is the average, of $7,200 underwater. And that is higher than any time in recent history. So right now, what are they doing to remedy this? I'll tell you what they should do. What they should do is to try to nurse the car along, because most likely the cars, listen, they're not going to be beat up. If you took decent care of the car, keep the car until the loan's paid off. Be done with it. Stop the negative snowball there. Because if you keep rolling it in to the next car, you're only going to end up with a bigger negative equity snowball. It's never going to get smaller. It's going to get bigger and bigger until you're owing an inordinate amount of money on a car that's not worth it right from the beginning. The negative snowball starts out right in the beginning. So don't do it. Try to keep what you have. And even if you have to refinance it for a little while, and they will let you, even on an upside down loan, you can refinance a bit. If you keep that car and pay it off, you'll be ahead rather than trying to put it into another car. Okay. If you are putting it into another car, do you know that they're writing loans now? I find this hard to believe. They're writing loans for how long do you think, Chris? How long do you think they're writing loans for? They're writing loans right now for 8 years on a car. 8 years. I can't even imagine that. So what do you have at the end of 8 years? Well, if you take care of it, it actually is not a bad idea. If people could curb their desire to get a new car, they would not be in that bad of shape if they took out an 8-year loan and literally actually owned the car, took care of the car, and paid off the car. The problem is they're not doing it. So they end up in this negative equity snowball that's burying them, absolutely burying them. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And to make matters worse, the pay adjustment salaries are not keeping up with our increased costs. You know, personally, I'm not a doom and gloomer. I'm really not. I believe people should work and strive and get ahead. And I'm all for the free market economy. And I'm all for working your ass off. But, you know, young people have to be discouraged right now. Think about it. They work hard. The ones that do work hard, they have to worry about rent, which is outrageous. Transportation, negative equity, outrageous. Interest rates are high. So on their credit cards, they're getting bombarded. And yet, what are they doing? Even do you know? Even as an attorney, you might make good money. Some of the best paying jobs out of college are doctors and lawyers. Doctors, an average of $180,000. An average of $180,000. When you think about how much money they have invested in their career, and that's not a sole practitioner, that's if you work for someone, lawyers, $132,000.
Wait, but that's annual income?
Yes, average.
But how many years did it take these two professions to get to that level of income?
An MD is a minimum. An MD is a minimum of 8 years, right?
No, I mean working. Like you don't start out at 180,000.
Oh no, these are average postgrad.
Okay, so these are like 1 year, and some worth 25 years in that profession.
No, you make more as you're in it longer. But if you started out lower, you're not. That's the odd part about it. A lot of people, they have to pay to get into it, and then they keep pace. But ones that started out lower back in the day, if they started out lower, they are gradually increased. But the thing is, unlike anything else, doctors and lawyers actually started out with more money years ago than they are now. Yeah. Now they're actually getting paid less.
And they have a lot more debt.
Way more debt. So and one of the third best paying degrees, pharmacy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is there any non-degree stuff in there, like electrician and plumber?
No, this is only rating. This is a peercenter.org, which is rating college degrees only. I think it goes without saying some of these trades will blow these people out of the water. I mean, I know HVAC techs right now making more than $130,000 a year. There are master plumbers easily making over $150,000 a year. So are you finding, Chris, with discountbath.com. Are you finding it difficult to find tradesmen, or are they plentiful?
Some of the master licenses are harder to come by now because they're aged folks.
And new people aren't getting them?
They're starting to, but yeah, it's a little bit more difficult to find. We're in a good spot because we've had the same guys for years, right? But,
right. But I think people should work toward that. That's a great trade.
They're great trades. Plumbers and electricians, there's a shortage of them.
And it's getting worse. So HVAC techs, plumbers, and electricians, all three of those. Right now, you can get a job right now if you had any experience whatsoever or training. You don't have to even have that much experience. So as far as degrees, though, doctors, lawyer, pharmacist, electrical engineering, and then mechanical engineering, and then computer engineering. So you got the three: electrical, mechanical, and computer engineering, rounding out the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A master business degree. That's number 7 on the list. So the thing is, some of the ones not so good, social work
take a break.
and clinical psychology. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show, 303-713-8255.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplan today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, impact traffic.
Well, good news. The I-70 rock scaling in both directions between Veterans Memorial Tunnel and Hidden Valley is now cleared. Coming into Broomfield, they're clearing a minor wreck on Interlochen Loop and Airport Way. That crash at Wadsworth and 72nd has cleared, but there's a new one northbound Wadsworth at Mississippi. With traffic, I'm Kelly Kane.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Let your yard show out with new deals from Lowe's. Grab select 1.5-gallon annuals hanging baskets, 2 for just $15. Plus Miracle Grow 0.75 cubic feet garden soil, 5 bags for $10. Valid 5/7 through 5/13. Selection varies by location, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
You know, Joe Chiano, I was thinking how great it would be to be in retirement and convert some of that IRA money that goes up and down with the stock market to a guaranteed, and I mean truly a guaranteed check every single month that you can't outlive. You get it till the day you die, and have something with long-term care benefits. Do you know of anything that fits that bill?
Oh, absolutely, Mark. You know, we have an annuity that is totally guaranteed. And that means for people that are nearing retirement or at retirement, they don't need to build their accounts anymore. They need to deallocate. You know what I mean? Decumulate their accounts and begin having an income for the rest of their lives. And our annuities provide a guaranteed income for life. And, like you said earlier, long-term care benefits.
And I love it. You top that off with a bonus, a 15% bonus on a lot of the products, or a guaranteed 7+% every single year. There's no banks or any money markets paying that kind of interest that you can build the account value with. It's absolutely crazy. People, you can learn a lot from Joe Chiano. He is actually an author. He has written a lot of books on financing. On top of that, he is a fiduciary. I want you to reach out to Joe. It's very simple. You go to mymoney.myway.com. Tell him how much you're looking at putting in an annuity, and he'll tell you how much per month, all about the long-term care benefits and all the other pluses, including that 15 to 17% bonus. You're going to love these products the closer you get to retirement. As I always say, don't put all your eggs in one basket, but imagine having a guaranteed income coming in the mailbox every month till the day you die. Go to mymoneymyway.com and go there right now. mymoneymyway.com.
My
Hey, Dimitri.
Yeah.
Way the fuck too many categories. You can see what I changed them up to.
Yeah, I already saw it. Thank you for taking care of that. I took care of
they can't pull permits. The only thing he can really pull permits now is decking and fences and stuff. Other than that, it's stuff you can't pull permits, actual handyman stuff.
Oh, well, his website says he does all of that, like basement remodeling and bathroom remodeling. That's where I got that from.
That's not what I got out of the conversation. But
Okay.
I think, where I have it right now, there's a ton of stuff listed in those categories.
Okay, cool. Is there a way for me to view this listing, not from my admin perspective, but from somebody who's perusing the listings?
Yeah, did you authorize? Let me see if it's, hold on.
I haven't activated it yet. It's pending.
Yeah, activate it, then just simply go to referrallist.com and start typing in the name of it.
Okay, so I changed it to active.
Say it again?
Yeah.
And now I'm going to log out.
No, you don't have to log out. Just launch like an incognito window.
Does it have to be incognito?
Either, I think.
No. And just go to referrallist.com.
So I just open up a different tab.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, either of them can.
All right, so then I'll just text him in the group.
Yeah, he still doesn't appear in Handyman. There's still just the 4 listings in there.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, so I entered referral list, and then I checked.
Yeah, start typing in the name of his company. What is it? My what?
Hang on. It's called My Guy Home Services.
Well, you haven't activated him because he's not coming up. Let me get back in there.
Oh, I didn't save changes. Maybe after I activated it, I have to do save changes.
I just did it.
Did what? Oh yeah, now I see him. I had to save. Well, yeah, I do see. Thank you. I
saved it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna peruse that.
Yeah, that gives you an idea how people see it, of course.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Thank you. When will I be able to use the AI thing to?
I don't know. I'm working.
That. Okay.
.com. Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. I'm with Chris from discountbath.com. And we've been talking about all kinds of stuff. Let's talk to Travis. Whatever's on your mind, if you have a problem, give us a call at 303-713-TALK, or even the beginning of a problem, 303-713-8255. Hi, Travis. What's going on with you?
Hello, Tom. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. What's going on with you?
Well, I just wanted to suggest to your listeners how they might be able to save some money on gasoline.
Okay.
This ties into a couple weeks ago. Y'all had a brief discussion about octane numbers and regular gasoline, mid-grade, and premium.
Right.
And I just wanted to clarify a little bit on that. Regular gasoline is 85 octane, mid-grade 87, premium 91. Then the numbers don't indicate a higher quality of gasoline.
No.
It just indicates a different quality.
Which is the
octane
for those
number.
listening, what octane does is it retards the burn. So the higher the octane, the harder it is for the fuel to combust and explode. And the reason they do that is to get the most power out of it. So a really cheap gas is very volatile and it'll have a low octane. They add octane to keep it burning slower and longer. And so the higher octane fuels are less volatile. That's really it in a nutshell. That's why some of the cheaper gases in a car will cause pre-ignition because they'll light up too quickly. And whereas you want to try to match the octane or the burn rate with the combustion of the car, and not all cars need high octane. Go ahead, sir. What else?
No, yeah, that's correct. Typically, higher compression engines need higher octane, but probably 90% of all the cars need regular or 85 octane. So,
Right.
and I have friends who think, oh, I'm gonna burn mid grade or I'm gonna burn premium, and I'm gonna it's a better gas and I'm gonna get more gas mileage.
That's exactly right.
And you really, well, you might get marginally, you might only get 1 or 2.
No, I mean, you're right. You're
increase in,
correct.
fuel economy.
Yeah, you're correct in that it doesn't help.
And so what I tell my friends, if they're burning mid grade, I said next time they go fill up with gas, go down to about a quarter of a tank, and then put regular in there up to about half a tank. And then if your car isn't knocking, then you don't need mid grade, and then you can probably burn, and you're saving 10 cents a gallon.
I know it. And so when somebody used to ask me, do I need this octane? And what one mechanic told me is, you need it if you need it. and really, that's true.
Well, yeah.
You need it if you need it.
Well,
and the way you tell is how it runs.
You need it. Well, you need it if it knocks, if your engine is knocking at the lower octane. So, then you need it. But a lot of people are buying premium and mid-grade, and they don't need it.
You're absolutely right. Now, how do you know about it? Are you a mechanic?
No, I used to blend gasoline. I used to deliver about 40,000 gallons of gasoline a day to what's called the unbranded market. That's the mom and pops and King Supers and Safeways.
Hey, you're not the one who you're not the one who just dumped all that diesel into Murphy's and Safeway gas stations, are you?
No, yeah, somebody at the terminal, switched the wrong valve.
Yeah.
So that's how that happened.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
That was a big problem.
Boy, it's going to cost them a ton of money.
Yeah, I think a lot of people waste money. You're right on octane when they don't need it.
Tom, if I may add something to this, I really think you and Travis are insufficiently cautious about putting too low of an octane into your car, because what that will cause is knocking, which is more than just an annoying noise. It's tremendously damaging to the engine.
Well, if you keep it.
Well, no, beginning immediately. It's pre-ignition. You have ignition when the piston is still on the way up.
Yeah, if you do it to test it to see if it'll take it, it's not going to ruin your engine if you're running a tank on that thing. It truly isn't. I mean, and also you
use the cheapest possible unless your engine's knocking. That's the easiest way to put it.
Right, exactly.
By the time it's knocking, you're doing damage.
Yeah, but you're not really doing that much damage.
No.
You will do damage absolutely over time, but I think if you're testing a tank or a quarter of a tank, I don't think so, because as soon as you hear it knocking, you would go back and add a higher octane to that lower octane, and that will quell a lot of it right there. I mean, I don't recommend people ride around knocking for sure, but a lot of cars nowadays, they have anti-knock sensors and can adjust the timing accordingly.
Exactly.
And you hardly get any knocking. In fact, I think it's mostly marketing, the grades of fuels, or for some, as Travis put it, there are some cars that are really high compression that really need it. But
so it says here, this was a AAA study pretty recently. 70% of cars can use 85 or 87, depending on whatever the lowest is in that state.
Wow. Yeah.
And then 16%, not even mid-grade, but 16% require premium plus.
So why do both of my cars specify 87?
They do?
I have no idea because it's a stinking Lincoln.
Most cars will specify the octane rating that you need to put into that.
But that's not a high rating. It's
87 is mid-grade. So our cheap gas is 85 and goes 87 and 91 is the more expensive stuff.
Don't you find it hard to find 85 around here, or is it everywhere?
I see it at every single gas station. And
gotcha.
What drives me nuts is the 87, which I have to buy according to both of my cars, it's
mid.
Not a dime like Travis thought. That's in the old days. It's like 40, 45 cents more per gallon than 85.
And worse than that.
Yeah.
And worse than that, Dimitri, places like Oklahoma, 87's the low.
But when you put 85 in it, will it knock?
Well, I don't know, and I don't intend to find out.
Because if it doesn't knock, then you're spending money for no reason.
Right, with your Beamer.
No, I did. I run the lowest
He
I can.
probably runs the cheap
I
stuff.
do. I run the cheapest gas you can buy.
Oh, may God have mercy on your soul.
Knocking whatsoever.
Dude, we've had, over the years, Dimitri, we've literally had engineers on talk about this.
Right, they have. And okay, we got more coming up, but let's hang on.
Now, impact traffic.
That earlier crash, 6th Avenue, eastbound between 19th and Heritage, is now cleared, leaving the rest of Denver and surrounding areas currently crash-free at this time. We're seeing the normal delay I-25 northbound coming around the stadium curve and westbound I-270, but no other
This is
issues.
odd. I've never had
With
Compass
traffic,
before
I'm
in a
Kelly
separate
Kane.
live.
This report is sponsored by
Mark says you got to talk about insurance for insurance.
Setup. Let Mattress Firm's sleep experts
He's
guide
gonna
you to the
talk about
perfect
insurance
bed
for
at the
insurance?
Memorial Day.
You.
Brands. Ideal comfort. Score unbeatable deals on both.
Whatever that means.
Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
Compass Insurance Group. We love these people. You know what they do? They do the insurance checkup. And that is an incredible deal because they'll look at everything you have, home or auto, to make sure you're not paying too much for your coverage or that you're not underinsured or maybe even overinsured. It is a complete honest evaluation of your situation, and they'll come up with good recommendations. And if you have a great deal, they'll tell you, but it never hurts to get a check. 303-996-9000, theinsurancehelpcenter.com, we call it for the evaluation, theinsurancehelpcenter.com, 303-996-9000. We should call Kevin Calkin on, see what he says. I'm surprised your car does not ask for 91.
No, they're not high compression engines. They're normal run of the mill engines.
I'd like to know the answer to that.
So, and if it really truly doesn't matter, why does the manufacturer tell you what octane rating to use? You know?
Well, it does matter for the compression that they have, but it depends on the atmospheric conditions. The car specifically. You can have a high compression Mustang come out that can use regular, and one will knock like shit with it, and it can be the same car.
Yeah, and it also depends if are you going uphill, downhill, are you idling?
That's right.
And so the manufacturer, Toyota, has no incentive to write 87 when 85 would work just fine. Neither does Ford.
Yeah, but the fact is that most cars, and this has been study after study, do not need what they're recommended. They just don't need them.
I agree with you. But there's that disconnect between what you just said and why do they specify that?
I swear I don't know.
They can't make any more money on it. They're not selling gasoline.
You know, I wonder if Kevin knows that. Can you get Kevin Calkin on?
I'll tell Axe.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just bought a new Toyota and it wants premium.
Whoa, new
what
Toyota.
Toyota is it?
I got a Land Cruiser.
Oh my God! Listen to this guy.
That is a nice car.
Oh, you rich guys, you know.
I got the base model, but it's the first new car I've ever bought in my life, to be honest.
It's interesting. It's a great start.
It's a nice car.
Yeah.
What engine did you get? The hybrid?
It's got the hybrid.
Oh, do you?
And I opened the other day to put gas, and I'm like, oh,
the hybrid
premium.
You can only buy it in a hybrid.
And so, so does it run pretty well?
Yeah, so far. I mean, I've had it like a week.
Are new
it's awesome.
Get Kevin.
But I have buyer's remorse because I don't buy new cars.
No, especially for that kind of money.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
Sheridan?
Let's put this, Mike.
Kevin Calkin. Sorry. You're good.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 108.
No, the upper model's around 75.
They're beautiful. What does it look like, the new ones?
It's that new body style that's got that retro look to it.
Oh, I want to see it.
It looks totally different from the last.
It's a 2026?
Yeah.
2026 Toyota. I want to see what it looks
What
like.
does it call for?
Premium. It doesn't say octane. Well, I don't know. I looked at
In the manual, it'll say.
Yeah, I just looked. It says premium.
Is it a 4-cylinder twin turbo?
It would have to be on it.
Look,
Yeah,
it's
retro
got this
comment.
look to it.
Yeah.
This is a nice look. That retro look.
Yes.
That's why people are buying it again.
I had.
Because that one that looks like the family wagon.
Alrighty. If you don't mind hanging through this break, we'd love to.
It's
take
big
your
though,
call.
isn't it?
So just hang tight and listen through the phone. If
It's
you're
an SUV size.
I think it's might be no bigger than my
Thank you for calling the
4Runner.
Troubleshooter Show.
I have mine out front. We'll compare it to.
Yeah, it's about the same.
It's much smaller than they used to be.
God, it looks
91
nice.
or higher, dude. Like I thought. You got to use 91 or higher.
Okay, you wanted to come on and give that comment?
They're nice.
McLaughlin, what's his name?
Perfect. I'll tell you what, we're on a break, but if we when
Kevin?
we come back,
Yeah, let's see what Kevin says.
I want to see what Kevin says.
Kevin
That
is
car will last forever.
Yeah, my 4Runner had 405 on it before I got rid of it.
Oh my God.
Wait, how much?
405.
See, mine's only got 212.
Yeah, you're halfway to.
Yeah.
You start bragging to $500,000.
Yeah, I know. I'm not allowed to.
I like the way you say I only have you.
Yeah, 212. It runs like new.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I love Toyotas.
You know what? I hear that they are awesome. I should have gotten one.
Tom, it's still not too late.
The Joe Pag Show, tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Let's talk to David. He's got a comment on gas. Go ahead, David. What's happening?
Well, I was always, our car says you need 87, and Costco doesn't have 87, so I was always putting premium in. And then somebody said, well, our altitude, 85, is basically 87. And I go, no, it's not. So I looked it up on the web, and sure enough, 85 here is, because of our altitude, runs as 87. And
Right.
so I started putting the 85 in. Everything's working perfect.
That's good to know. That's pretty cool. Altitude does have it.
So, I mean,
Elevation does have an effect on it. Yeah, the air density. Thank you, David. Doug, what did you want to say about gasoline? Doug?
Well, he covered a little bit. The altitude, and of course, you with aviation, knowing about mixture controls, but the cars are specified for sea level, and don't have a turbo or a supercharger, and you don't put your foot in it all the time, you can get by with lower octane. And all the modern cars last 15 years
have anti-knock.
Let's take a trip together. I'm joining with...
Not anti-knock. They have knock sensors.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Kevin, I'll get him on coming up on the break here. And then if Doug wants to mention anything more.
Hey, Doug, it's Adam. We had to go to a quick commercial or another commercial again. Are you fine staying on hold, or did you get your comment off? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Just hang tight. Yeah, I shut out the water thing for a good, maybe 30 seconds before I realized nothing was coming out. I was like, because it's so silent all the time, and I just don't hear it. I was like, I leaned down, I'm like, oh yeah, nothing's coming out. There's nothing in there. Yep. I got ice, though. So I went into the break room and pour water.
The snow conditions here in Denver that have caused all of the school districts to close. Okay, please hold on. We're going to come outside, and you're going to see the devastating accumulation that has brought the city to an absolute standstill. Okay, everyone just stay as calm as possible. How will the school buses get through? As a reminder, in the 80s, when there was a blizzard, my mom would ski to the grocery store to get us food. Gen X can't tolerate this kind of lunacy. Denver, what are you doing? Bunch of wimps. Me and my morning face would like to show you the snow conditions here in Denver that have caused all of the school districts to close. Okay, please hold on. We're going to come outside, And you're going to see the devastating accumulation that has brought the city to an absolute standstill. Okay, everyone just stay as calm as possible. How will the school buses get through? As a reminder, in the 80s, when there was a blizzard, my mom would ski to the grocery store to get us food. Gen X can't tolerate this.
Chris, what year was your Forerunner?
Denver, what
year
are you
was
doing?
your Forerunner?
Bunch of wimps.
Oh, so it's the third gen.
Me and my morning face would like to show you.
This one's marshmallow. She's about the size of
Second
a
and
kitten,
third
and her
roll
winter
was
coat
like
gets
that.
wild. Look at that mix of white and cinnamon.
That's
Let's give her
my
a little haircut.
favorite.
Just a bit off the neck here. There we go. Soft as clouds now. Perfect. One fluffy mini. This one's marshmallow. She's about the size of a kitten, and her winter coat gets wild. Look at that mix of white and cinnamon. Let's give her a little haircut. Just a bit off the neck here. There we go. Soft as clouds now. Perfect. One fluffy mini. This one's marshmallow. She's about the size of a kitten, and her winter coat gets wild.
That leak was so big that it just. So you knew there was a leak.
I know,
Yes. You already do the man bun on it.
No comment. No, I double checked the receipt. It said man. I swear. There is no. You know how like your
Yep. Enjoy. You bought a woman's shirt.
Yeah, I don't wear it. It's just in my closet. Actually, okay, I have worn it, but I wear this. That's what I would say. Yeah, it's still
Okay. Okay, so we have this. I was looking at this motorhome. Some of I don't know if it's AI or what. Some of them are so unbelievable. Have you seen some of them that are like out and like fucking 3 stories high and all that?
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's true or not. Like this one. Wait, where is it?
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
The weather's good outside, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's super nice.
It's nice.
Chris, so you knew about the oil leak?
Yeah, so I knew it was there.
I don't know how you slept at night.
Yeah, well, it was,
What oil leak?
His Forerunner had an oil leak?
Yeah, this was.
And it dumped all the oil out one night? And that's why the engine seized up after 400,000? That's the only reason that car went belly up.
Oh my God.
I'd probably still be driving.
I guarantee you it would still be on the road.
You had how many miles?
405.
No, 700.
How was the interior?
It was worn.
No.
But, you know, I mean, that's a lot of miles. So the only thing I ever did to it was brakes. The key wore out, so I had to
Yep.
the ignition.
More money than sense.
That might be it.
You never did a transmission?
No, I never did anything. That car just ran. And like I said, even when the engine went out, it was still running strong. It just,
That's owner abuse, not the car wearing out,
it was me, not.
Dude, if I saw one drop of oil, I would not be able to sleep at night.
Yeah. I mean,
Yours doesn't have one drop of oil?
Of course not.
I drove clunkers my whole life, and so it's just like, just put more oil in it.
Oh, God, Chris. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Oh, this is just terrifying. Yeah, my engine doesn't even have, how you have like oil seepage through gaskets? There's
6 to 10 on Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. This hour brought to you by One Clear Choice Garage Doors, where if you want a garage door service 24/7, they can do any part of the door, the opener, and they do it all. And they have 24/7 service for emergencies, which is important. What I love about them is they have door-to-door service, great people, and all of their services are listed on their website, oneclearchoicedoors.com, 720-370-3987. Welcome to the show. We've been talking about gasoline and octane. And octane basically is a combustion retardant. And the reason you do that with high compression, high powered engines, you have to put octane in the fuel to slow down the burn, to slow down the combustion, so you get the more power out of it. And we were talking about who really needs high octane and what cars can get along without it. And there was a study once said that probably 70% of all cars on the market can get along with just 85 to 87 octane. And so you could save a lot of money doing that. But then there are cars that get knocks once in a while from the lower octanes. And Kevin Kalkin is with Sheridan Autotech. Kevin, if someone wanted to experiment and see what octane they could get before they get a knock, does that knock do any harm to their engine?
It can, yes. I mean, you don't want to, overdo it. But, yeah, I mean, that's the best way to figure it out is play around with your vehicle and see.
Yeah.
Some will get significantly better gas mileage, and then it's worth the extra money for the premium fuel. And some it makes no difference at all. So, yeah, I always recommend play around, see what works.
So if you go to a lower octane and you hear a knock or rattle, that's your sign that you should go up a notch, right?
Yeah. It's pre-ignition. Yeah, so it's actually firing before it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And it can cause damage, yes.
Okay. And we're one of, did you guys know this? We're one of only 7 states, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, New Mexico, Utah, Wyoming, Kansas, that sell 85. All the other states are mostly 87. A couple like Arkansas allow 86.
And why is that?
Didn't know that.
Altitude.
Well, just the altitude.
Yeah.
Less air, less necessary. Yes.
Yeah, because it's harder to ignite anyway, basically, at this altitude.
Self-defeating.
So if you take an old crapper like, let's take a 07 Lincoln. Would it matter? Would it matter if someone tried 85 to see if it works, even though they're a gas snob? Or what do you think, Kevin?
To me, it's all in the driver. It depends on what performance and how you drive your car if you need it.
It's a 07 Lincoln, for God's sake.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, it could run up, Andy.
On a serious note, though, if I wanted to try it out, so let's say I put a lower octane in my car and I get some knocking, that's not going to hurt it, just experimenting, right?
Not instantaneous, no. Prolonged use.
Yeah.
And just take it easy. I mean, if you're getting pings when you're accelerating hard, just don't until you switch out the gas.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, normal driving, you'll never notice it. You know, if you're pulling the mountains and you really want to get going all the time, and yeah, you'll notice it up there.
And as far as even if you don't get knocking, you're saying there are times when a higher octane will get you better gas mileage.
Yeah, the cars are equipped to be able to turn the timing back a little bit so it will not knock. But in doing so, you're gonna cut back on the acceleration and the power and efficiency.
Okay.
So it's kind of a blend where you don't get a knock. It might be real sluggish.
Okay.
You know, and just not have the performance you're expecting.
Whereas some cars will get better mileage, even though they're not getting a knock at the lower octane, they get better mileage at the higher octane.
That's how I measure it, is by mileage. To me, if it's more efficient, more mileage, it's more beneficial.
Okay.
You know, and then performance will go along with it. Yep.
And I've heard it's true that you can have the same make and model, year, make and model. One can run great on 87 and one doesn't.
Unless there's a different programming in the computer or something to make that happen, it shouldn't. It shouldn't change. Within the
they
same
should be
vehicle.
pretty similar.
I would think so. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kevin Calkins, SheridanAutotech.com, 303-455-7242. So let's talk to Doug, who has a comment. Go ahead, Doug. What's your comment?
Well, Kevin hit upon the altitude thing, and I'm not licensed like him, but I got about 65 years experience with all kinds of engines, race engines, snowmobile engines, you name it. And octane, altitude, that's why only up here in a few states can you find 85. You go back to Nebraska, their bottom octane is 87. And the manufacturers don't know where they're going to sell that Ford or Chevy, so everything's based on sea level, okay? And if you're not at sea level, you darn sure aren't going to need it. And with the new computers, they'll read in milliseconds if you've got detonation and retard the timing to a point. And so that's how you could actually use something you shouldn't, but not hurt it, because it'll retard it. Your performance will go down. Now, if you got a turbo or a supercharger and you got your foot in it, that's when you need the octane. But the altitude is the reason, and there's more horsepower in the lower octane. I learned this from the aviation business. And if you don't get detonation, you got more thermal heat units with the lower octane.
Right. So, but
it is an altitude thing.
Right. And that's true about power, but sometimes the engines are built to use that slower burn and to get more of energy out of the gasoline. So it really depends on the unit by unit. But in general, I agree with you, Doug. Mike, what's going on with you, Mike? Welcome.
Yeah, Tom, I was calling for my sister about debt consolidation. You know, times are tough right now, and she owes about $70,000, and she's trying to figure out the best way to consolidate that debt.
Now, what is that $70,000 in debt, Mike?
It's over 2 years credit cards.
Okay, how many credit cards?
I think 4.
And do you think if she got out of this debt, what is to keep her from getting into it again? In other words, is she using it to supplement income?
The first year, probably not. The second half this year right now is supplementing. Our dad had a stroke, and she took work off for 3 months.
One of the problems with consolidating, if you consolidate and you start building it up again, it's not doing you any good, basically. You're just going to get right back into debt again. How much?
No, it's been the last 3 months of a stroke with my dad.
Does she own anything of value? Does she have a house?
She has a house. They do have a HELOC. I don't want to get into too much numbers, but she just
God, we're having I'm having trouble hearing him. Did you say she has a house and she has some HELOCs on the house? I think we lost him.
You know, when Mike calls in, it would be good to find out if any of these cards are already in arrears.
Mike, does she own a house?
I'm here. She does own a house. She has a HELOC. It's about $40,000 available.
Okay.
But yeah, she was just seeing if there's something she could do with just the credit cards, not get into the her HELOC. What you would recommend to how she can consolidate.
I'm going to tell you, sometimes people are so far gone, they literally need to do a bankruptcy. And I know a lot of people are against me saying that, but that's sometimes you need a fresh start and you need to do a bankruptcy to get rid of it. Otherwise, I mean, she literally is going to be in debt for 50 years. Okay. So one of the things to do is a bankruptcy. That's why I asked about her house. How many did you say she's got her house loaned up with HELOCs?
No, she has the first, and then she has a HELOC, and she has about $40,000 available on the HELOC that she could pay off some of the credit card debt. But she was just trying to see if there's other avenues she could go.
Well, there are no other bankruptcy is another avenue. Another one would be to take that $40,000 she has available on a HELOC and see if she can get someone to negotiate that debt. Because sometimes credit card companies will negotiate payoffs and be done with it.
That's what I was going to suggest. Tom, my friend 2 years ago called Discover, and he had, I don't know, maybe about a $20,000 balance on it. And he said, and he wasn't in arrears, but he told the representative, hey, I'm having trouble making these even minimum payments right now. And they offered him, I'm not kidding you, 40% off. She said, if you pay off 40% of the account, we'll zero it all out.
Yeah,
So
they do that sometimes.
Before you even fall behind, they'll lop off a huge amount, and that would be a good use of that HELOC credit availability.
Right. So there are ways, Mike, to negotiate. If she says she's in danger of going bankrupt and she wants to try to settle these debts, she can try to take the HELOC money and make lump sum payments. They won't negotiate down if you don't have the money to pay it. But if she has the money to pay it, there's a good chance she could pay that off. And, Mike Wink is a bankruptcy attorney that helps people settle debt like this. If you called him and asked him, they do stuff like that where he'll say, listen, we'd like to settle this debt, and he can negotiate payoffs. So that's a possibility, is that she can take the 40 and get rid of the 60. It may or may not happen. Some credit cards will not negotiate. Some will. But she's got, the main thing she's got to do is stop the madness. She's got to stop drumming up the bills. And the consolidation will do her no good if she simply keeps charging up the cards. She's just going to end up again in the same situation. So that's what I would recommend. I would recommend the Wink Law Firm, Mike Wink, and I would have him do and ask him for their not their consolidation program, but their debt settlement program. And he can do that. I'll give you that phone number. It's 720-523-0620. That's Mike Wink. I think you'll be able to get some help by consolidating if she has that HELOC available. Gary, what is your comment on gas, Gary?
Yeah, this is on Octane. This one's mainly for Mark. I not only have an old Lincoln, I have a really old Lincoln Town Car, and it's a 1991.
Ooh, nice.
And I've driven it. I've run it on 85 the whole time I've owned it, which is a very, very long time, and it runs great. Got a 4.6 liter.
That's good to
know. Doesn't knock, runs up in the mountains fine. Now, if it knocked, I would use 87. It does call for 87.
Right.
But yeah,
I think Dimitri should try 85 in his. Because they're saying at this altitude, you won't notice any difference. Thank you, Gary, for the call. 303-713-8255. We have a lot more to talk about. And Dan McKenzie can do a will for you. He can do a trust. He can do a combination. The important thing is he has a law firm that will give you personalized attention for your estate plan. Dan McKenzie, McKenzie Law, 833-CO plans. Get a will now. 833-CO plans.
May is Military Appreciation Month at Triple J Armory in Littleton. May 1st through the 9th, active duty and veterans get free range time and exclusive military pricing on annual memberships. Plus, buy one, get one free concealed carry classes. Because you serve your country, now protect your family. Also in May is Police Week with free range time, Ladies' Day every Thursday, and Bring a Buddy range specials. The week of Memorial Day is store-wide savings and our best membership pricing of the year. Triple J Armory in Littleton. Train, protect, be ready.
Fix It 24/7 for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. A company I use, and you should too, especially for their special, the $39 Extreme Clean, Tune, and Check of your AC. If you've not had it done, you really need to get it done. You are robbing your AC of life and efficiency if you've never had it cleaned, because dirt and debris are the number one killer of AC systems. They'll take care of both the inside and outside unit for $39. They spend a couple of hours, they take it apart, they clean every nook and cranny, adjust and tune it for a no breakdown guarantee. 720-526-3939, just $39. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com.
We're still on the air. That's all I care about.
Mark, I already created his account, his sponsor account, and saved it.
He may not be listening.
Oh, okay.
Everyone is saying that 85 in Colorado is equal to 87 everywhere else.
Well, if they were all jumping off a toll bridge without a parachute, I'm not going to.
No, but that's why they sell 85 in these altitudes, because they are equal to 87.
That made no sense. Hang on.
I don't think it would do any harm to your car. You would hear it right away.
Oh, by then, it's too late.
No, it's not too late. It doesn't ruin your car the first time you hear
that.
But
it damages it.
It really doesn't. It would over prolonged use.
But prolonged use implies that damage is going on throughout the entire prolonged use. It's not like you can do the pre-ignition for the first 100 miles without anything, and then at 101 miles you're...
Well, it wouldn't be 100 miles. It would be you'd use the gas, you'd put it under pressure, you'd see how it operates. If you don't get a pinging, if you don't get the knocking, then you know it's fine. But first of all, we're not even talking between 85 and 87. That's zero. 87 at which is, it's rated at sea level, is 85 here, no matter what. It's exactly the same. We're not even talking about you. I'm talking about people who get a true knock. If they get a knock, they have to stop using that gasoline and go up a notch. And those people, for that tryout period, they don't ruin their engine.
free, sold, or visit gayhasthebuyers.com.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a crazy fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.98.
And by the way, you don't hear a really big knock when it happens. You hear just a little
tick.
Yeah.
That's pound 250 micro to switch to Pure Talk, where the savings are truly unlimited.
Man, I'm happy to tell you about the only realtor that made the cut for Team Dave.
I want to know if it's safe for my new card. Should I take Dimitri's advice
or yes,
Kevin's advice?
What is yours called for? 91?
Yeah, it just says premium. I got to look it up. But when I opened it, fill it up, it just says premium. Use premium only. Didn't like that because I'm cheap.
What color did you get?
White.
I love white.
Yeah, white's good.
Let me give you a story. Just last week, Troy listed a house that was on the market for almost a month. You know what? Troy sold it for full price in less than a week. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy will buy your house for all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy and get your home sold for the most money. 720-900-4433. Again, that's 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford with Remax Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions apply.
From the True Green Weather Center. Temperatures warming quickly into the upper 60s today, mostly sunny and a small chance for an afternoon or evening shower. From the Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team, I'm meteorologist Jacob Woods.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth
K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station, 630 K-How.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. What's going on in your life? So basically, gasoline is not gasoline. And most gasoline, not most, all gasoline is rated from the manufacturer at sea level. So all the stats you see and the recommendations are made at sea level. So what people are saying is if it recommends 87 octane minimum at sea level, 85 would be sufficient at altitude. And that stands to reason because you have thinner air and therefore don't need as much octane. What are the consequences of too much octane? Just basically sluggish. There's not any harm that is going to come to your engine. Harm could come to your engine using too little octane. If the gas is very volatile and creates a lot of pre-ignition, over time that can hurt your engine. And you may not get, and even if you don't get a knock, you may not get the power you need from the gasoline. All right, 303-713-8255. Did you hear about the guy? This is the most flagrant ripoff I've ever heard of. He was doing allergy tests where you would send in a lock of hair to be tested. His name was, I forget what his name is, but anyway, it doesn't matter. The guy's in jail right now. His name is Kyle Sue, I believe, Tsui. He defrauded customers out of millions and millions of dollars. Listen to what he did. I mean, do you remember that one? Who was that one girl that went to jail? She was doing testing in her blood. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, Elizabeth.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, Elizabeth Holmes.
And they were doing at least some testing, but then they claimed it was going to show all kinds of stuff, DNA testing. Mm-hmm. This guy, listen to what this guy said. He would show you the foods you're allergic to, the foods to stay away from, the foods that are good for you based on your hair. He was throwing the samples in the trash and making up random false reports. People would get a test result back saying that they were allergic to certain things. Worse, if you were allergic to something, it could be that you were told it's okay. He did this thousands of times. He is now serving 20 years in prison for this. He first got away and then they had to extradite him. But his name is Kyle Sue. And he ran a company, I believe it was called the Allergy Test Company or something that bold. And this guy was just flagrantly ripping people off, absolutely positively taking their money and not doing anything. And then he would throw away the thing, send out a false report, and people were getting these reports and using them. There was a whistleblower saying, this guy is doing nothing. And as a result, he became a fugitive. He ran away. And then, of course, they found him and they arrested him. But
listen to how much money he made. So the company was called Allergy Testing Company.
That's right, Allergy Testing
Company. And he collected $5.9 million.
Yeah, 88,000 victims, they figure. Think about that. Literally throwing samples away. I mean, this was like not even close. I don't know if he started out real, but he just literally just threw the things away with the promise that he would send you a report. And he had hundreds and hundreds of reports he would send out to different people. And the company claimed it could test only through a hair sample what you would be allergic to.
For 800 different foods and environmental items.
Exactly. And here's what happened. Oh, here's how he got caught. A mail carrier noticed thousands of envelopes going to one mailbox, and workers were opening them, keeping the money, and tossing the hair.
Right there at the post office?
I guess so. That's what they said. Investigators sent Barbie doll hair in and got allergy results back.
I wonder what Barbie dolls were allergic to.
And that sealed it. 88,000 victims, $6 million. People had made real health decisions, by the way, based on these bogus results. So it's a big deal. They were supposed to be avoiding certain foods for real, maybe, and this guy was not telling them the truth. He was a Canadian citizen, and he was arrested in Spain. So he took off and was arrested in Spain. He pleaded guilty. He was sentenced, I thought it was longer than this, sentenced to 41 months in prison, and he has to forfeit millions of dollars. So I thought it was it carried a 20-year sentence.
That's right.
But he did not get the 20 years. He's only doing 41 months, but has to give up the money. That is amazing. You know what? This happens so much that people are becoming jaded by it. I'm happy that the government literally took time to check it out and to get this guy. Okay. I don't know if you're on the bandwagon of 5G. Do you think 5G is causing health problems? Because now, I don't know if you call them environmentalists, but there are people who are arguing that it causes cancer, brain damage, infertility. It leads to psychiatric issues, dementia, and it disrupts basically every living being. Governments are ignoring the dangers, according to activists, but now they're trying to get people, guess where, in California, to listen to them, to pass legislation about 5G. 5G is a signal used by cell phones. And I make a prediction. If California does something about it, guess who'll be next?
I'm surprised we didn't beat him to the punch.
No. You wait. It won't be long before Colorado starts looking into the dangers of 5G.
You know, what makes zero sense of these morons is it's the same non-ionizing radiation as 4G, 3G, Wi-Fi, and older stuff like UV light. I mean, basically, they're morons. So, big deal. We've got people on YouTube that think the world's flat.
Well, we do. Or that we're seeding clouds with for population control, which I don't want to get into. Oh my God, I don't want to get into these contrails.
And there's all kinds of studies here. I mean, controlled lab experiments exposing healthy volunteers and young Chinese kids who work at Apple to 5G, and nothing happens to them.
I know. But anyway, they're saying that 5G is the next big thing that they're going to be going after. As you said, non-ionizing radiation, which, by the way, Wi-Fi, radio waves, cellular networks, everything uses the same thing. Long-term data has not been collected. So have you ever thought, where do people come up with this? Do they just one day get up and say, hey, I think 5G is bad? I mean, I don't know how these things start. Or you look up in the sky and you say, wait a minute, I think that they're seeding the clouds and they're doing this and it's chemtrails and they're causing disease and they're experimenting on us. Where these things start. Anyway, people are buying in droves EMF shields to shield themselves from 5G.
Huh.
Some of them are even making hats.
Well, we need to sell this stuff. Let's figure out how to monetize this bad boy.
But honest to God.
In fact, any listeners out there that want to buy a
break time
by Marc Mager bag you can put over your ugly head to save your ass from 5G, please, $4.99. That's it.
$4.99, and you'll get a bag to save your head. We got more right after this.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station.
All right, we got no Szymanski, so it's all 2 minutes of you.
This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW. Now, impact traffic.
Of course, we're seeing the normal delays, I-25 northbound coming around the stadium curve there downtown, and westbound I-270.
Anyway.
We do
Mark would like both of you to do this Genesis together.
blocking the left lane on 6th Avenue eastbound at Heritage Road. There's also a wreck in the left lane on Wadsworth. It is southbound at 29th Avenue. With traffic, I'm Kelly Kane.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Facing production swings or a tough skills gap? Workforce Solutions from Express Employment Professionals makes hiring easier. Find your local office and see how Express can help you hire smarter and faster for contract and full-time jobs. Visit ExpressPros.com.
You know, I've known Marc Szymanski at Genesis Total Exteriors for years. He was one of the first contractors on my referral list at referralist.com. And the reason he gave the name Genesis is because he does design build from the very beginning, hence the name Genesis, and he carries it through to the end, and he does everything. Basements, he does kitchens and baths, he does mold detection and remediation, he does painting, siding, windows, doors, roofing. Mark, you've had him do work at your house.
Yeah, so after a hailstorm, I'll tell you what I really loved about him. I had Excel do the roof, but Mark came out, found siding damage, found damage on the deck, found damage actually in the cement, one of our water features, and on the railing around the deck and the stairs outside. He got all of that covered by insurance as well, and of course I used him to do it. The other thing I've had him do, Tom, recently, they painted every single room inside of our house. His painting crews have been around or been with him for over 20 years. Unbelievable guys. They painted the outside of our house 5 years ago. They also built a new deck for us at one point. But these guys do everything. Right now, they got a crazy deal going on decks and pergolas and anything outside. I mean, what have they done for you in the past?
Oh, my goodness. They have done rooms for us. They have done painting. They have done repairs. I had him at a condo one time to redo a design of my entire condo. You know what? He does great work. And what I love is he gives honest estimates up front, free of charge. and they're great. And that's what I like. I like a company that's been around, that you can trust, that we personally have a track record with, and that's Genesis TotalExteriors.com. You can take it to the bank. Genesis TotalExteriors.com. 303-679-8509. 679-8509.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
I did what you said, and I logged in incognito, and it works. So his password
Now,
works.
look up at the top. Do you see where you can switch to dashboard?
Yep. I'm in.
Okay, go to dashboard.
I'm there.
And then if you have any questions about that, when you explain that to him, ask me.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you see where it says add pictures, add?
Yep.
Click on one of those. They all bring you to the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can explain all that to him. It's exactly what you just did. Some of it he can't do. He can't add his own badges, for example. Keywords, he can add some keywords. You get the idea. That's exactly what he'll see.
Yeah, I already spoke with him on the phone about it. My question for you is, I compared this listing to that of 24/7, and they have a tab for photos and a tab for reviews. Is there a way for me to add tabs to his listing?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me see what you, I bet I know what you did wrong. Four.
Oh. Who provided
What
the
is it? My
instruction?
guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got to relog in. Hold on. Let's see here. So wait. What couldn't you do?
So on the listing itself, there are tabs, like basic information and deals. But with 24/7, there were also tabs for photos and another tab for reviews within the listing itself.
You mean the front facing listing?
The front facing, you mean like the
what a customer sees, what a user sees.
Yeah.
So if I look at it, so hold on, if I look at Fix It, just like anybody would, I'm going to Fix It's listing. What are you talking about?
Okay, let me get back into that. I'm almost there, Mark. Hold on. Okay. So, okay, yes. So under the big banner photo with all their staff, you'll see overview, photos, and reviews.
Okay.
And I don't think his has that.
Let me go look at his now. I see exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
His has overview moneymyway.com.
All right, folks. You know what? What's going to happen to the price of crude by May 2026, by the end of the month? And tell me this. Will Trump visit China by a certain date? What about hantavirus pandemic in 2026? What about Elon Musk? Will he win his lawsuit against Sam Altman? Do you know where I'm reading from? Russia versus Ukraine, a ceasefire. Will there be one by June 30th, 2026? Who will be the world FIFA World Cup winner? And let's talk about F1 winner. Let's talk about the Democratic presidential nominee. Will it be Gavin Newsom or Kamala Harris? And who will win the presidency? You know what? This is all polymarket.com. These things are contracts that you bid on, and they are considered securities, but they're gambling. We have legalized gambling as far as making them investments. Can you imagine that? Having these in your portfolio. So your portfolio is not only based on building wealth, but it's guessing things. guessing things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's let's see. We have, okay, will Bitcoin, or when will Bitcoin hit $150,000? It has one date, December 31st, 2026. The other one is June 30th, 2026. And you you buy the contract accordingly.
I'm so you haven't been watching Polymarket for years and years, have you?
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, like the election stuff is really interesting. It is so close generally compared to any kind of polling when it comes to politics. It's a lot closer. It's not great by any means, but it makes polls look stupid.
So you think they get closer because of why? Because people are putting their money up?
Because people are putting their money where their mouth is.
Uh-huh.
It's driven by people that are either going to make money or lose money. It's not by people that have no skin in the game. That's why. You could, when a pollster calls me, I'll screw with them as long as I can.
That's right. Whereas you'll put that, like, if you truly believe something's going to happen and you put your money there, you're not just answering a pollster on the phone. You're actually putting the price on it. And you can see these things.
And you're putting your own dollars down.
Right.
That's right.
And you can see these things change. I don't know who actually controls the poly market itself, like where the money is held, or who makes sure they make good on their debt. I don't know how they're paid. I don't know anything about it. Have you ever bought a contract, Mark?
I have not bought a contract.
Yeah. So
I have.
You have?
Yeah, for the election for when Trump won, I bought a contract saying he'd win, and I got it. I got a payout, but it did take forever.
Wait, how much did you bet, and how much was the payout?
Yeah,
I don't remember how much I bet, but I know the payout was $650.
$6 or $600?
Sorry, $650.
Oh, that's cool. But you don't remember how much you invested?
No, I don't.
Gambled.
So the Polygon mainnet, and that is chain ID 137, is where the contracts and I assume the money is held. So it's basically blockchain, and it's held in a wallet, and there's a custodial platform, meaning Polymarket itself never takes possession or holds the funds. It's in full control through private keys. So it's basically like a back-end wallet that's a third party is where all the money's held. Maybe that's why it takes so long to pay out, honestly, like Axeman was just saying.
But then each contract has to have its own blockchain, I would think, for it to be legit.
Well, I think everyone you bet in, yeah, of course, it's got to track whoever the user is that bought it and what they bought. Yeah, of course.
Okay, so, and then they keep track of the odds, obviously, so they have the money to pay. This is a crazy. How long has it been going on, Polymarket? Has it been going on for 10 years?
Years and years.
Really? On mostly sports at first, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm asking Grok right now, but it's very interesting. I'm guessing, and I don't know yet. I'm going to say at least 10 years, but I'll tell you in a second. It might even be 20 or 30.
We got more coming up. If anybody's done this, I'd love to hear from you. More right after this.
Now, impact traffic.
Of course, we're seeing the normal delays, I-25 northbound coming around the stadium curve there downtown, and westbound I-270. We do have a couple of incidents to keep an eye out for. A disabled vehicle blocking the left lane on 6th Avenue eastbound at Heritage Road. There's also a wreck in the left lane on Wadsworth. It is southbound at 29th Avenue. With traffic, I'm Kelly Kane.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster. Buying custom blinds shouldn't be complicated or stressful. That's why we make it simple and affordable. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Ordering takes minutes, installation is easy, and we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
You know, Compass Insurance Group does something that is really valuable. They do a free insurance checkup with real numbers. So numbers don't lie. If they say you have a great insurance situation and they can't beat it, they'll tell you. But they shop 25 carriers to see if they can find you better coverage for less money. And if they do, they tell you it's a free insurance checkup from Compass Insurance Group, 303-996-9000, theinsurancehelpcenter.com, 303-996-9000. Hey, we've been talking about solar, and I want to tell you that commercial solar still has the incentives available from the government. Alliance Roof and Solar can hook you up, especially if you're a landlord. You can put a solar system on a duplex, a triplex, an apartment house, even a single family home if you rent it out, and you can supply electricity to your tenants and make money doing it and save them money. You can also get government incentives to pay for the system. Find out more from Alliance Roof and Solar, 303-704-2449, 704-2449.
Mark, thanks for explaining all that to me. I understand it now. And,
Doubtful.
And the reviews, the review tab will appear once somebody reviews him on the referral list, right?
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jess, give me just a second, okay? Hold on one sec. All right, keep going.
Well, that
Dimitri.
was it. The reviews tab on his listing will appear once somebody reviews him on the referral list. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So,
all right, I've got to split, guys. I'm out of here. I got to take this call. Later. Bye.
Tom, do you want me to carry this call in tomorrow?
Will we have any time coming out?
You'll have less than 2 minutes.
Yeah, I can try her. See what we get. And I'll give out Chris's number and name.
What is going on in chat?
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
You know what sets John Clace apart from other lenders? You're going direct, no middleman. That means low rates and low fees. John offers home loans of all kinds, lines of credit. He's also an expert with people that are self-employed, credit challenge, or just have a unique financial situation. If other lenders say no, John can often say yes. Call John, 303-577-7206. 303-577-7206. John Clace, NMLS ID 271003. CMG Home Loans, NMLS ID 1820. Equal Housing Opportunity.
I'm Corey Rose, anchor at 9 News and proud mama who enjoys taking my kids mountain biking at Winter Park. I love preparing you for the day ahead with the latest headlines. Whether it's tackling safety in our kids' schools or covering breaking news, from Aurora to Lakewood and everywhere in between, we've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to Colorado's #1 streaming newscast. Make the move to 9 News Mornings. Live starting at 4:30 anywhere you watch.
Imagine an Olympics where doping is not only...
You don't get up at 4, right?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God, jeez, wow.
Oh my god. I actually wake up before the alarm, so somewhere between 3:30 and 3:45.
You know, that's like
It's almost still yesterday. Yeah.
I think that's around the time I'm pretty much gonna fall asleep. Around the time I go to bed, like 2 a.m. ish. That's when I go to bed.
Sounds about right for a 19-year-old.
I mean, when you only gotta wake up at 8.
Yeah.
DC and from the loony left right here in Colorado, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. Join me at 4.
Hey, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com to find out what your house will sell for free of charge. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Hey, Dawn, what's going on with you? What's going on?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
I'm doing good. What can we do for you, Dawn?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what can we do for you?
Well, I am a commercial contractor. I have a contract to do tenant finish. I have 2 separate contracts. One was for demo, and one was for frame and sheetrock.
Okay.
In the middle of the demo, and my demo contract is a T&M contract.
Okay.
So it wasn't a bottom. It was basically a T&M not to exceed contract.
Okay. Time and materials not to exceed, and what happened?
Well, about 5 days in, and it's all night work. And this job is in Flatirons Crossing Mall.
Yeah.
And 5 days in, one of the guys, I had about 10 guys on the job, and one of the guys hit a sprinkler head. And so we had water flowing for about 15 minutes, so we had a flood. And, of course, the general contractor, the next morning, general contractor wanted me to file a claim through my liability insurance.
All right, I'll tell you what. We're going to help you out. We're going to get you on with an attorney that can answer some questions tomorrow. Axe, why don't we get him on so he didn't wait for nothing? We'll get him some help, okay? And by the way, discountbath.com, our guest, don't forget 9888 for a complete walk-in shower. That's discountbath.com.
Hey, you're clear.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom.